Yo, fellas, welcome in everybody. Say, KC Killa hopping in first off. Nice, unofficial Cody B. Who else is hiding back here? JS, welcome in. Grindy, happy Monday. Ooh, you Slayers. Yeah. Monday fun day, right? Is that how the saying goes, or something like that? I think it's Monday fun day, right? Where'd the music go?
Greetings.
Man, that first song's so bad. Good thing the rest of them are good. Workday just got a little better, says JS. Nice, good. Hopefully you have a nice, quick work day and make tons of money, huh? Where are we at? Here? How do you play this game again? Best build in the game right here, fellas. Yo, what's going on, Fred? Welcome in. Bing says literally smells of Tyrell's might. Literally. Don't know what that smells like, but I smell it too. I know what it is. I guess. I didn't know. I was gonna come up with a joke there. I couldn't think of anything. Bad Omens, welcome in. Yo. And T-Dub over on Twitch, welcome in. You were helping someone level in a cow game, found a Rune on accident. Those are probably the best ones when you're not even looking, you know, you're just like, oh, here, I'll rush you, and you're like, all right, let's go, we got to take out the council at Trav, or you know, the one guy to get the hammer, and then you're like, oh, what? Of course, that never happens at Trav for me, but... Oh yeah, I gotta remember to have the hurricane on. Duh. Marco, welcome in. Yo, home sick today. Ooh, got a sick day for Fred. Playing some D4. Now he's watching me play D2. Oh, nice. Still rocking out the D4, huh? Gotcha. Yeah, D4, that's one of those ones for me anyways. Obviously everything's different for everybody, but that's one of them ones like I hop on for like 20 minutes and I'm like, all right. Hop off, hop on, hop off. I got stoned. Oh yeah, he is stone skinned. What's taking so long here? Kind of want to just leave, but he's already almost dead now, so. Might as well wait for it. Hampered. Not good enough. The Chiefs lost to the Broncos. I obviously seen that. Yeah. The poor Chiefs. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't think they have a bunch of injuries or nothing. Maybe there's some... Is there some lineman injuries that I don't know about or something? Sometimes those go under the radar. I don't know what's up with them. Fred's probably got some opinions on that, right? Oh, yeah. Fred said he started a couple days later than me. Also, you probably can't play as often as I did. So, yeah. Makes sense. Brad, is there any insider knowledge that you know about, or let's see, KC Killa? That would assume that you're from KC then, based upon the name. Maybe you got some insider knowledge. Mahomes under the weather. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did see that he was the night before he got listed as questionable or whatever, but like. Seems a bit drastic. You'd think if he'd under the weather, they would have ran the ball more, huh? Pacheco had like 12 carries. I started him because, yeah, and that went great. Oh, you're from Ohio. Gotcha. So the KC stands just for something else. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Mahomes had like 4 or 6. He had like 6 fantasy points or something. It's like, oof. Unfortunate. Yeah, I, of course, who else had DeAndre Hopkins on their bench, right? Oh, we don't even know what quarterback's going to start. Is it Will Levis? Is it going to be Malik Davis or whatever his name is? Malik Willis. Who's going to start? We don't even know. Oh, Hopkins got 40 points. Thank you. Casey's a nickname. Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. When I said that, I was like, maybe that's not. But we YOLO with it. The nonsense with Bijan, yeah, I'm not feeling great because I had the first overall pick in that keeper league this year, and I took Bijan, and then the next 5 picks after that are all people that are just absolutely killing it. CD Lamb had like 70 points, and there's Jeff Diggs did good again, and all these people between my first pick and then my next first round pick, I took Bijan and Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams had 1 good week, and Bijan's had like all his weeks are like okay, I guess, but I'm looking like an idiot. Sucks. But Ben Peters just had back surgery. Peterson, so you're gonna be my main source of entertainment for the next 8 weeks. Well, hopefully that heals up quick for you. Back surgery, yeah. Yeah, backs can be, for those, yeah, interesting. When those aren't great, that can be annoying, right? Like, they're so tough, so tough. You do a lot of stuff with your back. Scott Peters says, glad to see you back, D2. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Take another drink of coffee right here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Remember, 500 likes. If we can get it there. I know I don't have the viewership I used to, but we can get 500 likes today. Tyrell's medal drop. 100% scientifically proven. Oops. Man, I hope Arthur Smith gets fired, like, before the season's over. I really do. And also, I hope they bench Desmond Ridder, too, because I know he, like, quote-unquote, like, hurt his leg or something, and then he got evaluated for a concussion, and then they never put him back in, even though he passed the evaluation like he didn't have one, is what they said. That's weird. That's the same thing they did with Deshaun Watson. He got evaluated for a concussion and then he never played again. Or maybe that was his shoulder, but still. And they're like, oh no, it's not because, it's not because we were benching him. It's just, we were just looking out for him. Okay. Razor Tail on the way in. There we go. Go-to for the Javazons, right? The go-to. Yeah. Probably have enough of those by now, huh? But it'll cool fine if it was early ladder, so. Obumbration comes in with the let's go over on Twitch. Let's go. Yeah. They need to start Heineke? Yeah. They should, for sure. They'd be a lot better off, you'd think. I think it's been established that Desmond Ridder is not the answer. I know it's going to be hard for them to admit. Like, I don't remember how high they drafted him, but it just, at some point you just got to, Man, Will Levis though, huh? I have quite a quarter. Oh my gosh. In my keeper league too, last week somebody had to, for whatever reason, they cut Kirk Cousins, and I was like, oh my gosh, like Justin Fields is hurt. Like I don't have a great option. He's gonna come back and get a bunch of points, and yeah, he had 20 points at halftime. I'm like, sick. And then in the third quarter there, he blows out his leg or whatever it was. I spent like 20 fab on Kirk Cousins last week because I was like so desperate, like, to make sure I got him. And then he instantly tears his Achilles. Gosh dang it. So now this week I have to decide between essentially, like, am I going to pick up Will Levis and hope for the best there? Or what's his name from the Commanders, I guess? Dang. I think it's Power Monger. I think it's right around 300. I think it was 306 or whatever is what I got in here. So, solid amount. Satisfactory amount. Ritter's not ready for the NFL. Yeah, I don't think he's that great. Yeah. Will Levis not great. Jordan Love apparently is terrible, which makes the bet I made on a couple Green Bay players look real stupid, so that didn't work out. Aaron Jones is apparently on a pitch count perpetually, or they just are stupid. I don't know which one. Probably both. I guess if he's still on a pitch count, then they're dumb. So Christian Watson doesn't get no points because Love is so bad. Real rough. Which, I mean, I wasn't sure that was going to happen, but I hoped it wouldn't happen. I hope Love would have been good, so my players would have been good, but he was not, unfortunately. The Neil, welcome in, yo. Greetings from good old Germany. Whoa, okay. Probably look at the screen, huh? Socrates, welcome in. I didn't even see what my health dropped to. I was looking over at chat and I just see the red globe plunging in the corner of my eye. Ooh. Not to mention I have 1,000 life because I wasn't paying attention also. Yeah, this build's got too much stuff to pay attention to. Keeping that oak sage alive. And then because it's not the fastest, I just got to remember at the halfway point to battle order up again. That's mediocre kill speed here. Oh, nice, Fred. Sun ended the football season 40-8. That's not fair, man. You got to tell them take it easy. Mercy rule or something there. The kids. I'm just joking. Sick. You actually like Cousins? Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike him, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I like him as much as, you know, somebody who can help my fantasy team. I feel like he's perpetually around that number 10 in the league, you know what I mean? For, how good he is or whatever. But he gets a lot of spike weeks, so he has a good average of, like, points, and then he has those 40-point weeks, so... And I figured I'd pick him up, and I was like, oh man, Jefferson's going to be back in like 2 or 3 weeks. And he's doing this good without him. Wait till Jefferson's back. He's going to be killing it even more. The run game's not great, so they got to pass more. Everyone's got Addison, Jefferson, and Hawkinson all doing great, but they don't think Cousins is going to do good. Boom, I'll add him. Instantly gets hurt. Crap. So we'll have to see. I got to decide between Will Levis and I forget his name. That's pretty much the two I'm trying to decide between. And the guy for the Washington Commanders or whatever. I forget his name now. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Electrospot, welcome in, yo. Getting a little behind. I want to catch a Tadu, I think is how you pronounce that. My apologies, but just started D2 for the first time. Nice. Love to hear it. Got my barb to 78 in Chaos Online, but I'm so weak. Oof, yeah. Barbarian in Diablo 2 is just incredibly weak. The first upgrade you're gonna do, like I started ladder, or not started ladder, but I played Barb this ladder. You're gonna want to try to get an Oath rune word, kind of look it up. It's like, yeah, Sam Howell, there you go, Fred, thank you. Oath is gonna be a good rune word to get a bunch of damage on, and it's relatively cheap. And then like a Grief, and Griefs are expensive, I know, and hard to trade for and whatnot, but yeah, Barbs are just a hard one. I know in a lot of games, like, and you'd think Barbs would be like tanks, but they're not like you would think they would be in D2, so that's the best advice I can give you. Look up some like budget tips and stuff like that, maybe a couple of videos or something, but yeah. Doesn't seem like a legitimately great dude. He got screwed when he was in DC, definitely above average. Yeah, I mean, he definitely, I feel like coaches, and I feel like it's changing nowadays, but back then, and even now sometimes, coaches and GMs and stuff get too enamored with where people were drafted at. Like, because Cousins was drafted in like the 5th round or whatever it was, that means he was not good. He's not good. But I kind of view it more as like, if you win the football games and throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns repeatedly, then you're a good quarterback, you know? And you should keep playing as long as you're winning and throwing touchdowns and not throwing a bunch of interceptions, and, you know, like, but they just, you know, they'll trade for a guy from a team. Oh, he was number 7 overall pick, like crazy, but he's not good. Like, I don't know what to tell you, you know, like, but then there'll be some guy who's good and was drafted in the 7th round, but nobody wants him, you know, It's definitely changing though. People, they're starting to just go like, you know what? Who looks the best when they get out there and play against other NFL football players? You know what I mean? I feel like they're starting to come around to it. So, Frazier, welcome in. Yo, yeah, back on the D2 grind. We're getting materials today. We're getting after it. Oop, where are we at here? This is just solo single player here, trying to do some grail stuff. Hopefully get lucky. Better than like getting lucky, right? I feel like that minimum could be higher on a 30. That was interesting. I don't know a lot about low level and very low level dueling, but I feel like minimum damage, minimum requirements is like, could be a good something, but I think that could be a lot higher on the min damage for that level. Maybe. I don't know. Just a guess. Soft YN has been watching YouTube videos for a while. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Welcome in over on Twitch, my dude. Scott says Tom Brady helped that fact out. Yeah, that for them to, well, really, I mean, Tom Brady was drafted 20 years ago, and in the last 10 years, they have not been following that. Like, not at all. So I don't even know if it was Tom Brady. I just, I don't even know. I can't point to, it definitely didn't hurt, we'll say. Not at all, but I mean, look at most of the quarterbacks, and not that they're all super great, but let's see. Wasn't Russell Wilson not the highest draft pick? Like, and I know Geno Smith has been bouncing around forever, and then he plays real good. And then I'm trying to think who else. Did I say Dak Prescott? I don't think he was drafted super high. I mean, he wasn't like 7th round, but I think he was like 3rd or something, or 4th or 5th or something like that. But can't remember sure. Oh yeah, Dak. Oh, JS just said exactly. I didn't read the comment there. Yeah, Dak was a 4th rounder. Wilson was a 3rd rounder. There you go. Yeah, because like 50%, like you draft these number 1 overall quarterbacks, and like 70% of them are bad because they just, yeah, they do real good when they can just run around in college and they don't have to pay attention and stuff. But then they get in the NFL where you have to study, and you have to, like, on your days off, you have to be studying film and stuff like this. And instead that, you know, they get to the NFL and they're like, I made it, I got millions of dollars, let's go party, you know, and they don't want to do the work. Like, even though you're the highest paid guy on the field, like you can't go like relax. You have to work harder off the field too than anyone else does, and it's real tough to, you know, it's not easy, right? Yeah, Steve Hess up here a minute ago. Yeah, he was drafted late, so he must be no good. Yeah, that type of mindset for sure. For sure. Oh, you said football, NFL's not popular in Brazil. Yeah, probably not as popular, right, as it is in the United States. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, everywhere else is just like soccer or bust, right? Fred says maybe they'll trade for Lance. Fred, are you talking about, I'm trying to catch up on some of the comments, so I know that's from a minute ago, but are you talking about the Vikings? I don't even know who the Vikings backup is at this point, to be honest. Yeah. Who is even the backup, for the Vikings? I have no idea. Boy, I don't know. Trey Lance was one of those people that I was kind of thinking of when I said, do you draft somebody high and then they end up being a bust? I'm going to be honest. He looks so bad. I will admit, though, he's only started a couple of games, though, right? But when he did, oof. And, I mean, for a high pick to not even get a chance in the league like that, and I'm assuming things here, so I know what that gets, right? But he's got to be so bad if they traded didn't they trade 2 first-round picks to move up to get him or something? And then they wouldn't even play him? Like, oof. Like, he's got to be bad. JS says you gotta have a homework clause put into your contract, right? Yeah, you remember hearing the stuff about like Jamarcus Russell, and it ended up being the same thing with Johnny Manziel and stuff. They would like, hey, you have to go home and study this, you know, for the upcoming game, and they would put like a timer on the iPad to show how long, and they didn't tell him. how long he had been looking at film, and he'd come back and be like, yeah, I studied all the film, you know, I learned all this stuff, and then there would be 0 watch time on the tablet and stuff. So, and Manziel was the same way, and you know, like those high drafts, then they don't want to work. So pro game experience post 95 on D2R when there were no games running MF or terror zones. Is this game so catered to how many people you know? Yeah, I mean, if you're running solo, it's gonna be, you're gonna be a struggle. I mean, I mean, you can find people to run Facebook groups, Reddit groups, like different Discords and stuff. I mean, yeah, if you're playing online, like, you don't have to play online, just an FYI for anybody. People seem to think, like, I don't know, they play online, and this is not an attack comment at you or anything. They play online, but then they say they don't play with anybody. And then I mean, there's no other way to say it. They complain that they can't change the players count in order to, you know, but then it's like, well, why are you playing online if you just want to play with nobody? Like, you're going to have to go on a website and on different things, apps and stuff like that, and find people to play with, just because D2R, really, it doesn't have that large of a player base. If there was a larger player base, like around ladder resets and stuff, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But unfortunately, you know, kind of an old game. It got remade. It was super hype. Hype's kind of dying down. How general life cycle of a game, right? So just kind of the unfortunate reality, we'll call it. JS said they tried playing Lance, kept getting hurt every 30 seconds. Yeah, you know, that is true, JS, for sure. Fred setting talking about Lance. The first game he played in was a monsoon and seizing any injury. Yeah. Yeah, they tried to give him a chance. Yeah, and there's a bunch of injuries for sure, but just the fact that after the couple of injuries, they eventually just gave up on him, right? That's kind of what I meant. But yeah, I do get he hasn't. I do agree he never got the same chance that a lot of other people, I guess, with unfortunateness, right? Good morning, everyone. What's going on, Wicked Ball? Yo! Just watched the Philcast with Lucky. Good interview. Great job. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been thinking about firing that up again. It's just I got to take the time to do it, to get a hold of people and do this and that. I just gotta do it. I gotta do it. Gotta do stuff. Saw Fun of Griffins yesterday. Put that on your Javazon. Yeah, you gotta get that on. Yeah, no matter what, you gotta get that on. You guys gotta figure it out, even if your resistances are bad or whatever. Yeah, mandatory. You try to find some small charms or something. Go over to a vendor and buy like boots that have res on them or something. Like, you gotta make that happen no matter what the res is. So that's what I feel, anyways. You got a Shaco though, you said. I feel like you got to get the Griffins on. It's so nasty. Yeah, I did message him back, Cody B. Yeah. Relic says, I feel like online is better. Offline, everyone can just download characters and cheat. It's boring. I mean, online you can go on JSP and pull out your credit card and just buy all perfect gear. So like, and you can just go ahead and pay somebody to mass level you and stuff. Like, you can do that. You can cheat anywhere, right? Like, people are just openly, because they're not paying attention to D2R anymore. I've seen on Facebook groups people just like openly posting pictures of them using loot filters online and stuff. Like, people are cheating everywhere. So I mean, if people can't resist cheating, that I don't feel like that's a reason to say that playing a particular online or offline is good or bad because people there can cheat. You know what I mean? Personally. Brian, no. We looked it up, Brian. Diablo cannot, like right here, he personally cannot drop Griffins. I didn't believe it myself. I forget See, it must not have been you, because I thought when I was running, I thought it was you, Brian, that had told me that he couldn't, and I didn't believe him. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's dumb. Where'd that go? Where'd it go? Garoppolo's fragility led to Purdy. Yeah, kind of true. I feel like Garoppolo, I missed the context. I feel like the way you worded that, you were referring to somebody else's comment there. But yeah, I feel like Garoppolo is just okay. Like, he's not great, which is kind of, I think, kind of what led to Purdy. On top of that, yeah, Garoppolo did get hurt quite a few times, I suppose. So I guess I 50% agree with your statement. The more I think about it. Huckle says, cheater's gonna cheat, grinder's gonna grind. Yeah. Yeah, really, in every single game in the world, too. I know this is, I'm kind of jumping around topics here, kind of as I see the comments. But yeah, you can cheat in any game anywhere, right? If you wanted to. There's aimbots in Call of Duty. You play Elder Scrolls games, you can cheat doing that too. Like, you can cheat on anything, right? Can Chaos Sanctuary drop Wind Force though? Well, here's I want to make sure, you know, maybe there was a misconception with what I said there. Diablo cannot drop Griffins, but you can indeed find Griffins in the Chaos Sanctuary. So it's a weird thing about the game to where the treasure class is capped on act bosses, so that like this guy right here, Right, he could drop Griffins, he could drop Tyrell's Might, he could drop Zod, he could drop everything in the whole game, right? But Diablo could not technically drop Tyrell's Might or Griffins. Also, the seal bosses, I don't know exactly what they can and can't drop, but I know that the seal bosses cannot drop Tyrell's Might.
Hit like D4, not bad pancakes are delicious.
Oh, Fred!
Printer.
15 months of Slayership. Ooh, thank you so much, Fred, for more than a year of supporting the channel. My man. With such a great value, just $2.99 for a membership on this channel, man, it's such a great value. And makes it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos forever. Appreciate you. Absolute legend. You better find that Tyrell's Might, bro, Odin. Yeah. Appreciate it. Hopefully. It almost looks like someone said D4 not bad, right? It's shocking. Isn't it shocking when someone... Like, wait, D4's not the worst game ever made? What? Is that legal to say? What's going on? Soft says some people are too obsessed with min-maxing. Sometimes I like to zoom. Oh, Benzam, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, you legend. Thank you so much. Those Bezos subscriptions on Twitch. Thank you so much, you legend. I think I like to zoom. Other times I am slogging through the game or melee on terror zones to just chill and enjoy the game. Not worry too much about the next big upgrade. It's probably better to play that way too, because when you're chasing upgrades, then you get real frustrated when you don't find them, and you always find stuff when you're not looking for it. So it's not a bad outlook, right? Where were we here? I got, whoa, man, flying in it. I do promise you guys I am trying my best to keep up with the comments, but that's so strange. Why doesn't Blizzard tweak that? Talking about how Diablo can't drop every item in the game. I mean, at this point, they might as well just leave it, right? That's just how the game is. You just know about it. And oh, Audio Engraver coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Another one of those Bezos subscriptions. Thank you so much once again, supporting with that Twitch Prime sub. Walter, welcome in. Yo. Love seeing those emos flying by like Fred and Cody BJS, hammering them up for celebrating Fred's continued membership. Twitch partner or affiliate? Great question. I'm the one that you make money on, but not the high one. You have to have something like 400 channel members for 3 consecutive months or something like that to get the Twitch partner. So no, I'm not even close to that. I technically, that's when I started streaming on YouTube. I got Twitch affiliate, and then I got the first month of the quote unquote like how much money I made, and it was like $40 or something, and I was like, okay, I'm making, that's like less than $1 an hour. That's not really, that was one of the catalysts for me to switching to YouTube. And I'm like, oh, this is pointless then, obviously. This is not going to do anything for me. Not that I need to be a billionaire or anything, but you get what I'm saying. Let's see. Brian says, sometimes I don't care about resistances literally at all. So yeah, I'm min-maxing snipe for you. Yeah, and it's like, I only care about resistances as far as I mentioned in my more recent video. These are my resistances right now. 32, 35, 20, 25. And I'm running the Chaos Sanctuary like, yes, it's just players 3, I suppose, but still. My survivability is not the issue literally at all. It's the damage output of a druid in general. So I could run 8, but it'd be even slower. You know, you can definitely kill stuff players 8, but just real slow. So if I don't need to worry about more resistances, why get more resistances, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah, you say focus on the breakpoints. I feel like the breakpoints, it makes the game feel more fun. It makes it feel better to play when you get the breakpoints. I only get the resistances high enough to where you, like, I get all that stuff first, my magic find and my FCR, then I feel it out and see how the game feels. I don't need the resistances and I don't get them, right? Ah, Stone Skin again. Yeah, I'm legit about should take so long to kill him, and then him and Diablo both can't drop the item I'm looking for. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave because they can't even drop it. Jay says we're all talkative as hell today. Yeah, right? I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it, though. I do apologize for not being able to get to every comment, but I love the enthusiasm, fellas. Smolps switch to Windy. Slow and dangerous behind the wheel can still serve a purpose. Yeah, you know, I just like playing a little bit of everything. This isn't a build I play. It's not my daily driver, but that's kind of what makes it entertaining, I suppose, huh? For a little bit anyways. We ain't playing this for 3 years straight or nothing, but do something a little bit different here. Umbral says chaos runs. Nice. Yeah, I figured it was a good place to go. I was trying to think where I wanted to run with it. Oh, I want to do this. I was thinking maybe pits. Then I was like, yeah, we'll do Chaos Sanctuary. I feel like not always, but I'm like, everyone runs the Chaos Sanctuary. Let's run somewhere different, like the pits. I'm like, well, everyone runs the pits too, don't they? So, more people run the Chaos Sanctuary than the pits, but I was like, whatever, we can. I actually don't run Chaos all that much because I always tell myself everyone does, so then I don't do it. So then I never do. You get what? I forget these guys. Need a Reaper's Toll? Just skip them. For the once like every other run, there'll be one monster that's immune to physical, or that's stone skinned, I mean. Whatever. It's whatever. Having the insight, like if you don't have insight, like your mana, I actually tried doing that at first with the Reaper's Toll, and I mean, maybe you guys would probably say I don't know what I'm doing or whatever, but I just from throwing out these tornadoes, I was running out of mana left and right, so. And I'm definitely not swapping gear around like, oh, I better throw a Reaper's Toll on my mercenary to kill this one monster. Yeah. Hard pass. Do I want Enigma or Infinity for on single player? Yeah, that's a great question. I would generally say go with the Enigma, because even without Infinity, you can rock. I mean, technically, you could rock this right here. You could do a item find barb with Enigma. You can go run the pits. You could do oh, he's got stone skin too. You could do a hammered in. You can do every character in the game essentially without Infinity, but getting that Enigma just speeds everything up so much. So I would highly recommend go with the Enigma first. Can you? Gosh dang it. The bear is kind of annoying. I wish they would get rid of the knockback on the bear. Kind of makes it real annoying. George A. Yo, yo, welcome in, George. Found his grip. Oh, get out of here. Come on, guys. You know I didn't make that up. Roasted me for accidentally finding my griffins off stream. Yeah, I quote unquote, I found that griffin's off stream. I've used it like twice since I found it. I've used it for a total of like a couple of days. Undead Arrow says he kind of agrees that they shouldn't have changed it, but in the base game, yeah, I mean, realistically, I do think that originally Diablo should have been able to drop everything in the game. And you know, I'm not a change guy. I'm fine with leaving everything how it is. I would not be unhappy if they changed Diablo to be able to drop every item in the game. So we'll just say that. You people just roasting me over here. I totally did find that Griffins. Doesn't matter. Do you believe me or not, I suppose. I know you guys are just joking around, so I'm not like mad or nothing. I know you guys are joking. Narrate says, good to see me back on D2. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. You found the Griffins like you found the printer. Yeah, boy. I mean, that's not a one-to-one analogy, but I mean, kind of funny, I guess. How did it roll? Talking about my Griffins? Not great, not great. It was like, if 0% would be anti-perfect and 100% would be 100% perfect, it was like a 25%. The one when I found it a while ago, though. JS's 5-finger discount. Hey, it's in the trash. It's in the trash. All right. Right. Once it hits the curb, it's free. Right? Isn't that what the Trailer Park Boys said? Right. Kind of a gray area there. Toxic waste. Yo, found the Griffins in the pits. They're roasting me about it over on YouTube here. There's like toxic waste on Twitch over here. Yeah, found it in the pits. So I bought this monitor that I'm playing on right here. It's a 1440, you know, a bigger monitor, better monitor. And I was like, let me go test this out and make sure that everything looks right in D2. And I went and grabbed my barb and I was like, I'll just go do one pit run. And I just hopped in the pits, killed one monster, and then instantly it dropped the Griffins. True story. Is Nova Sorceress viable without Griffins? Absolutely, yeah. Or without Infinity, you said. God, another Stone Skin. Maybe Stone Skin every run, huh? It for sure is. If you just get like the quote-unquote budget version, Crescent Moon, Spirit Sword, you can do real good. I mean, you're going to be way better self-wielding Infinity, so don't get me wrong, but my definition of viable is you can slap monsters, so, and Magic Find real good, so. Cough, cough, hero editor, cough, cough. I mean, with the clip I showed, I mean, I guess I could have hero edited. Can you hero edit? Yeah, I guess you can probably use. I've only used the hero editor like once or twice just to kind of mess around and see what I could do with it. I'm assuming you can hero edit in unidentified items, right? So you're suggesting I hero edited in an unidentified bad Griffins. How'd the printer roll? Nice. Steal from the dump? Maybe. Cheating confirmed. No. Get out of here. This guy. This guy. Didn't cheat. I legitimately found it on X. That's never, ever now do I ever play. Anytime I'm playing and I realize, like, oh, I just wanted to record some B-roll for a video or something, I'm like, oh. Like, or like the rare occasions where I'll be like, does this item really work the way I think it does or something? And I'll just go kill a couple monsters. I'm like, nope. Get OBS fired up and make sure it's recording. Because, I always did that before too, but I just, like, this one time I forgot and just thought was like, who cares? It's not gonna, I'm just gonna go kill a couple monsters. No big deal. Not even a full pit run. Very disappointing. Item stats are rolled on drop, not on ID. Gotcha. Mustang, yeah. That is what I would do, right? If I was a cheater, which I'm not. Yeah, you would never give yourself a perfect one, right? If you really want to get one and you want to cheat, you'd give yourself a bad one. Then no one would doubt it. True story. Umbrel says he thinks it's good that bosses can't drop everything, keeps it fresh. Yeah, I think definitely Mephisto and Dario and, you know, even Duriel should not be able to drop everything. I think Diablo, because any of the ones that you can, like, spam farm, like Pindle shouldn't be able to drop, even Neelithak, monsters that are always in the same spot and you can get right to them, shouldn't be able to drop everything in the game. Diablo, you have to go through the whole Chaos Sanctuary and clear the seals and stuff and then get to him. So, and the same thing with Bale. He can drop everything, but you can't, like, efficiently just spam farm Bale, right? So I think in those instances, they should be able to drop every item in the game, especially since the game's named Diablo, and Diablo can't even drop the best gear. Like, kind of sus. Item. Thoughts on D4, D2 remodded? I am anti-change guy after all. So from what I've seen of it, I have not played it. From what I've seen of it, I don't have any interest in trying it. No interest in that remodded thing where they changed the entire game so it's not really D2 anymore. Anti-change guy. You guys are never going to get enough of roasting me about that Griffins, huh? Never enough. Never enough. Rilla says, welcome back to D2R. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome in. People might calculate that if you hero edit one in, it wouldn't be perfect. So then you hero edit one in that rolls perfect to throw them off the trail. Yeah, that's some 4D chess stuff right there, huh? That's called the double, triple reverse psychology. They're going to think I'm going to reverse psychologize them. So in that case, I'm actually going to not reverse psychologize them. Sacred Rondash. Okay, can I ever get over this item here? Yeah, okay. That is, that's, what is that? What is that? I forget it. It's got all the resistance on it, obviously. What's it called again? Brain, work, please. It is the Mosers? No, it's Alma Negra. That's not the one I thought it was. Struggling the whole time. Got them mixed up. Saffron says Diablo's faster to run than Mephisto sometimes. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. You put a smiley at the end, so it's some kind of a joke. I don't know why, though. I don't get it. I guess if you don't have teleport and the map isn't revealed online, it would take forever to run to Mephisto, maybe? Is what you're getting at? Possibly. The choke that never dies. It seems like it. Dark Hotto, yo! Welcome in, welcome in. Build does not cheat, says Wickerball. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I guess if someone just jumped in, they'd think that's a cheater. Big cheater McCheatstein. Gavinator tired of YouTube. Nice. Welcome in over on Twitch. Happily, yo, coming in with 3 currencies. I don't know what that is, but thank you for the super chat. Ooh, you legend. If you just seal pop, it could be faster. I mean, I suppose, but even if Diablo could drop every item in the game, like all the champions could drop every item in the game too. So skipping monsters that can drop every item in the game to kill a monster that can drop every item in the game. I mean, unless Diablo's drop odds were like super high, it wouldn't be the best choice, in my opinion. Because offline is static max. No, well, I did mention that. Maybe that came in about the same time I said that. I think greater claws can have good stuff on them, right? I think. If you're gonna cheat in Diablo 2, you might as well go all out and make yourself a 99 with godlike gear. I mean, I pretty much have all the best gear anyways, but yeah.
User Appley203 donated $2 Singapore through Super Chat. Diablo 4 is way too hard and time-consuming 2B.
D4's too hard, you say, huh? Now, just my opinion, I thought D4 was way too easy, personally. I thought they made it way too easy. Yeah, I don't know. You think it's too hard, huh? I guess I'll throw out I respectfully disagree, but that's just me. Saffron City thinks Diablo's fine as is. Yeah, I would be fine with not changing anything, obviously, being an anti-change guy, but I was just mentioning before, yeah, that it would make, I would not mind if they changed it so you could drop everything. Come on. There we go. Couldn't hit him. We'll hop in here. Boy, this is the least dense cast sanctuary of all time. Hopefully it picks up here for me. JV said he found D4 so easy he stopped the season at level 60 because I was bored. Yeah, I mean, I get you. I thought it was pretty easy. Like, and I didn't, it's not like I let somebody else, like, I just followed one of the people who blasted, like, just looked up a build guide from somebody else and plugged it in either. I was just like, I'll go firewall. I'd heard that might be good, and it wasn't even that great, and I got a fireball staff, and I decided to do fireball, and then it just wrecked everything. And But differing opinions, right? It's differing opinions. Saffron's, he's one jaw and one burr away from last wish after 1 month of Trav. Trav. Yeah, boy. That place. I love Trav now, actually. Phil loves farming Trav. Undead Arrow says he stopped playing WoW after 4 expansions. They released Wrath of the Lich King, and that was the last one I played. Ruined the game, in my opinion, after that. You say that it made it too easy? There, Arrow? I personally have never played World of Warcraft, so... I was like, monthly fee, hard pass. Never mind. Never playing that game. Through a like for Tyrell's Might. Ew, Casey, legendary. Legendary. No, this is Electro. This is just regular chaos. Standard chaos. Arrow says, yeah, just like they did with D4. Gotcha. I mean, from what it sounds like, I mean, and I'm just like speculating based upon what I hear from people saying, a majority of people like when a game is super easy, I think. I'm not saying my opinion while I'm stating this. I'm saying it just seems like from comments from a majority of people, they love just wrecking and blasting. But then again, too, you got to remember there's a huge variety of opinions. Like, you know, some people even said D4 was hard, but some people say it's easy. You know what I mean? So there is a differing opinions that you got to remember. They got to balance because they want to sell as many copies and make as much money as possible, right? So. Yeah, they definitely made it so it leveled up a lot faster, Arrow, for sure, yeah. Strongest class in D4, Sagati T. Boy, I'm not really sure. I'm not like the D4 blaster. Like, I played all the way through to 100 with a sorceress. I didn't play another character, so me commenting on what's the most powerful one, I mean, my guess is as good as any, right? As any random person's, to be honest, so. Any loot today, Simon? Not really. Best thing so far, probably like a razor tail. I guess, whoa, I've been on almost an hour here, huh? I should pick up the pace. Oh, forgot to get my hurricane rocking. That player base doesn't stick around for years. Well, that's not the way corporations work, though. Corporations worry about how much money they make this quarter. Because if they don't make enough money this quarter, then the shareholders will push the board to fire them, and then... So that's one of the problems with everything in the world, is that the only thing that matters is how much profit that any corporation makes this quarter. Now we're getting some world philosophy type stuff here that we're not gonna go too crazy down, but I mean, I think everyone can understand that concept that literally all corporations care about is their bottom line this quarter. It's the same reason that every company does things that aren't really best for the future of their companies, but they do whatever is going to give them the biggest bonus and make their share price go up this quarter. You know what I mean? I think that's a pretty well known and understood thing by most common folk like us. Uh-oh. About to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Jesse just started season 5. Pace to wait, everything's dirt cheap. Yeah. Yes, that is true. Like, you don't have to trade an ist for a Shaco. You could probably just give somebody, like, 2 perfect amethysts for it. Am I? Oh, he's stone. Okay, they're all stone skin. Okay, well. Cody B says nap time. Blading some dad time because the kid's going down for a nap. Nice. Saffron says it's true. Endless greed kills games. Yeah. Yep. I agree with that for sure. Mustang, peace out, yo. Got some stuff to do, all right? We get that stuff done quick. Enjoy your day. Min Joel, what's going on? Yo, welcome in. Welcome in. Chaos or Chef, Livian. I would definitely do Chaos with the Hammerden. Hammerden are sick in Chaos, so that would be my recommendation. Spam risk, not answering that call. Okay, got rid of the... Sorry if the microphone's vibrating right now. Phone's going off and I'm not answering it. My daily spam risk call coming through. Paying full price for a game anymore almost isn't worth it because it's never fully done and has major bugs. Yeah, I do kind of feel like it seems that way, that every game is rushed out. 100% of them. Not even really necessarily speaking of D4 here, but every single game feels rushed out, always and perpetually, which is, it feels rushed out because, well, they're rushed out. That's why. Scotty made a rogue on the free trial. Seems pretty cool, but I was thinking about making a necro if it was stronger. Rogue is probably one of... all the characters seem... There's at least some builds that are just absolutely bananas powerful, so I feel like you can't go wrong no matter what character you play, yeah? Pretty much. Let's see, Saffron says anything that has a monthly fee shouldn't have any additional monetization. Boy, yeah, it's hard to say. Any of that kind of monetization is real annoying, but yeah. I don't know my thoughts. I mean, I guess people can do whatever they want, corporations can do whatever they want, but I mean, I'm just not gonna play it. It's almost one of those things that's unfortunate, but yeah, like, they're going to do whatever they can to make more money, and they should be allowed to, I guess, but yeah, I don't know, it's so... I'd say anything outside of, like, predatory practices, like loot boxes and stuff, they can do. I obviously don't want them to, and I'm not going to pay for it, but there's always some people that are going to pay that stuff, though, and it kind of leads to bad stuff. Really wish that they just, you know, would make good games, and all those tornadoes are going completely straight. Now they're zigzagging. Huh, that was weird. They were like glitched into going straight and not pathing in a swirly direction. That was odd. Yeah, it does really get me though when there's... Because wasn't WoW, and anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, WoW, I think when I looked at it, because I had heard it was like a huge game that everybody liked and I was going to get it, it was like $50. And then there was a $15 monthly fee to play online. And I had the game in my hand, and a guy working at Best Buy told me that. I don't remember why I was talking to him, but I was like, what? It's $50 and I have to pay $15 a month? Like, oh my gosh. And I went and put it back. So. Jordan got someone to carry him through some Durials. Just got the butterfly looking amulet, nothing else. Interesting. Yeah, I think I was rocking that on my sorceress right at the end. I think it gives me more damage. I pretty much ripped off everything for survivability and just put on all damage stuff to see how I could do against Lilith, just to, you know, to do that way. I ended up getting past the first wave a few times, but in that second wave, there was always something. Always something, huh? Electro says they earn more from Candy Crush than they do from all other microtransactions on everything combined. Nice. I mean, sounds about right. Good old Candy Crush. I didn't know anyone even played that game anymore, to be honest. I guess people just play a bunch of games and they just don't tell people they're playing these games, probably. You think WoW is free now? You just gotta pay for all the expansions and stuff? Gotcha. The minute people stop paying for it, that's when they stop making it. It's like talking about monetization stuff in the games. Yeah, but the thing is that people always pay for it because they don't care. People just don't care about spending money on things like that, I guess. Just blowing, in my opinion, blowing money. I don't know. I don't make enough money to be paying monthly fees for games, and I take that. There's one game I pay a monthly fee for. I pay $2.99 a month for GeoGuessr. So I do that. Gavinier says WoW is free now. I don't know. Someone said that there's no monthly fee anymore. So that's what somebody had said. I don't know for sure. Softim says the last second auction bidding in D3 was trauma inducing. The bids would pop off right before expiration. You had to be hella quick. I do remember that sort of. I never did any real money transactions, but I mean, I used like the in-game gold transactions or whatever to try to get stuff, and yeah, it was ridiculous. Gore Spiller coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, 2 months. Thank you so much for the Bezos subscription, you legend. You guys notice I got the audio work on this stuff, right? Impressive, huh? I actually got some stuff working semi-right. Scotty said he thinks Diablo Immortal makes like $1 million a day. I did hear it was making a ton of money, I'm gonna be honest. From certain people spending like $5,000-$10,000 a month. Like they're super rich, crazy. I mean, I think it's crazy anyways, people that play it, I guess. Wild, but I don't know how people can afford to do that, but I wish I made that kind of money. I wish I could spend a bunch of money on some dumb video game. Jordan said he thinks he's switching to Arc after 100 in D4. Arc. Let's see. Are you talking about? Is that a new game coming out where you? I don't know, it looked like a first-person shooter, but there was like dinosaurs, but then there was like giraffes and giant, crazy, like woolly mammoths and stuff too that you would shoot. Is that the one you're talking about? Candy Crush has earned Blizzard $20 billion since 2012. Makes $1 billion every year. Yeah, Candy Crush. Well, I mean that 666. That's how much money they made in the first month, right, of D4. So it's probably higher than that now. But who knows what it actually is, right? I mean, I don't know. Anyways, maybe somebody does. But yeah, that was like super mega hype, huge AAA mega hype game. Makes the same as a cell phone game does every year, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, and those games are so, I don't know, crazy, just crazy. Am I not hitting him? What's going on here? Oop, skill issue going on right now. Here we go. Just crazy. The number of people that sit and play those cell phone games. That's what I mean. That's the thing. Like, the largest growing population of like gamers is like women. I'd heard this was years ago too. I bet you there's as many women that play video games as men nowadays, but they just don't think of it that way because women are sitting there playing Candy Crush, you know, and men are sitting on their computers talking to other bros on their game, slapping demons and stuff, you know what I mean? So, or, you know, they got the headset on playing Call of Duty. Wicked Ball says GeoGuessr is fun. Oh yeah, you better believe it. Better believe it. Plus, it's like, I'm pretty sure anyways, I would be shocked if I was wrong in stating this, but I think GeoGuessr, it's like some indie dev type of company that's just, you know, I was like, yeah, you know what, they had a great idea. They took advantage of this thing, and, you know, so, and it is super fun. So that's why I made that exception for $2.99 a month for GeoGuessr, you know. Stone skin schmuck. Gosh darn it. Sacred armor. Ah! See, he's stone skin, but Vizier's super easy to kill, so. Ooh. How slow is he gonna? Too slow. Way too slow. I must not have good hit recovery. Must not have good hit recovery. That is the game. Gotcha. Yeah, I thought so. I seen some little clip on it or something. Someone was talking about it. Ogrimal. Uh-oh, let's go. Legendary Windhammer. Now this guy's half dead. I might just take him out here. Whatever, we'll just take him out. Get him out of the way real quick. Check this real quick. Oh. Ooh, the Windhammer. Ogrimal. Let's go. Oh boy, good old Windhammer. Just I always just shout it out because it's an Ogrimal. Cody B said he's getting some lag. That's unfortunate. I have been streaming in 1440 the last couple of streams. I've been hoping that any of the YouTube issues had gone away because I have no issues on my end, but for whatever reason, like YouTube has 1440p streaming, but it's occasionally gets issues, and I don't know why. I haven't had any issue on YouTube or on my thing, so maybe this lag this time is your internet. Hopefully, not that I'm hoping you have bad internet, but I'm just hoping it's not an issue with my stream. Let's see. Saffron says, or where'd that come from? Yeah, Saffron says all WoW right now has a subscription. Okay. You can only play for free on some kind of private server or something. Alright, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely don't know anything about that. Jordan says it's rocking all good. Yeah. Saffron says 1440 doesn't run for him. He's got to do 1080. All right, well, at least that. Oh, let's get that over here. Oh, Bear getting wrecked. What's going on? The 1440 looks so much better, and even if you're streaming in even if you watch the stream in 1080, me streaming in 1440 and then it getting downsized by YouTube to 1080 looks so much better than when I stream to 1080. I feel, anyways. I feel. Actually, let me check something real quick here. Oh man, it looks so good. It looks so good. Yeah, even 1080 when I'm streaming in 1440, I'll give myself a like. The stream looks so much better. Let's see what we got here. A little more coffee. Let's sip that up. Move on to the H2O. Higher bit rate. Yeah. Gorilla said he got his 7th Templars yesterday. Oof. I hope that doesn't end up happening for me, where I just find 1,000,000 Templars and never get Ethereals. I mean, it probably is, right? I hope not. Hope not. Do you not all have phone? This gig, right? Stone skin. Then you knock them over. Whatever. Get out of here. Never notice how many stone skin stuff there is until you're doing physical damage. You realize that they're way more often than you suspected. JS says when he was playing WoW all the time, he wasn't buying other games, so the gist of what your comment is, I think, is it's coming out in the wash, sorta. It was cheaper to pay the monthly fee instead of buying a bunch of other games. I suppose, yeah, it depends on the person. There you go. Depends on the person. Even when I wasn't, I mean, I only ever bought like a game or two a year, so I never really play a ton of games, even before, so yeah, now I do even less, so. Tiny window on the second screen. Come on. No, I mean, that's what I'd always do when watching streams too. Put them over on the second monitor while you're still laying. Ooh. Where you got the Zoom call up or something. Yeah. Good old war boots. Good old war boots. Am I not hitting him? There we go. Little baby Immortal Kings. Always roll the same, so if you were looking for the set or something, completely legendary. Oh, Galback. Yo! What's going on? What a legend. Ooh. The almighty Madam Galback. Hey, Phil and chat. She call me Phil all the time. I think that's what we'll do for now. Galback, just call me Sweet Phil all the time. The hard no, she says. Anyone who doesn't know, that's my wife, by the way. That's the comical part of the situation. Mustang told the wife he wants a third monitor. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get. I want to get an upgraded monitor. What do you think, Galback? Can I get an upgraded second monitor? I got a smaller monitor, just 1080, you know. Need a 1440 secondary monitor. Business expense, right? Favorite place to farm an SOJ? Yeah, it's gonna be Nightmare and Dario. There could be some kind of interactions now where probably like terrorize Nightmare and Dario is probably going to be technically the best, but in general, like picking your terror zones isn't really possible. So yeah, Nightmare and Dario, high players count, like players 8, especially single player. You can set your own players count, players 8 with as much magic find as you can. If you're online, it's not really feasible to run Nightmare and Dario, so then it's just going to be like regular Andario pretty much. You still can run it online, but since you can't set the players count, it makes it so much more difficult. I generally don't try to quote unquote farm an SOJ online. I magic find random places until I find stuff to trade for one. Easiest to add. Wicked. That's very great. Very great right there. Great. Over on Twitch, he says, Wicked Ball says it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Oh, there's some great advice for a healthy relationship. Gore Spiller on Twitch said he's got 6 monitors, 3 for gaming and 3 for work. That's wild. I don't even know how that would work. Just like monitor with another one above it and over here, and got one down, a little one over here, like. Boy, I don't know if I'm gonna follow that advice there. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not following that advice. No. Oh, I didn't mean to put that there. JS said he's got a triple stack of 3 ultra wides. Yeah, that sounds expensive. That sounds expensive. One day I'll make that JS money and I'll be able to afford that. One day. Man's setup is the control room. Yeah. That's I don't know, because the next thing there's a few more upgrades. Like, that's the thing with my setup. The next upgrades I get are like starting to get real expensive. Like, I want to get a new camera, because if this camera's more like small, when you're streaming in the corner all small like this looks fine, right? But when you're more zoomed in, it doesn't look that great. But the next better like quality of camera is going to cost me like a minimum $500, like minimum, probably more than that, for the, you know, the different pieces and stuff. I have to get different cables and stuff. I need to get a new CPU. I still never upgraded that. That's going to be like $500. Another monitor. I think this monitor was like $250 or $300 or something. If I want to get another one like the main monitor I have for my secondary. Starting to get expensive, fellas. Rockin' 227 says JS. Oh, you don't have that. It'd be cool. Okay, I thought you were saying you had that. Fake low rune. Let's go. I thought you said you had 3 triple wides, like, or 3 ultra wides. I was like, Jesus. Because like those ultra wides are like not cheap. Like small ultra wides, I feel like are $500 or $600 or something. And I mean, those are like low quality, like Amazon specials. Haven't looked in a minute, but that's from what I remember. I glanced at them and just for S's and G's one day, and I was like, whoa, never mind. Are you doing run count? I would like to roughly know how many times time I waste between drops. If you obviously the run counter's right here. The way that it's all set up and stuff, exclamation hands free. We'll give you a link to the video on how exactly I do it. That it's a link to that run counter. It's pretty much everything about it. I think I kind of explained. It's super easy to install, but and then I kind of explain how I run it and stuff. I think. Man, I made that video years ago. I can't even barely. Hopefully, it's still a good video. I can't even remember. It probably. I mean, all I do is make good videos, right? So, Gore Spiller, every monitor he has is curved. You can't go back. Can't go back. Gotcha. Yeah, I had those curved gaming monitors are real expensive too. Yeah, I was looking at maybe getting one of those, but I bought one that was like, I literally bought one that was like $300, which is super cheap. And I thought it was going to be okay, and it looked great, but it had like crazy ghosting when you were gaming. Like, it was advertised as gaming monitor, but somehow when I was looking up and looking into before I bought it, I didn't see any of these reviews. I looked at a bunch of reviews, but then eventually I looked into some reviews after I got it. I was like, oh my gosh, like I typed in this monitor, blah blah blah, ghosting, and different things like that, and all of a sudden it came up with, don't buy this thing, it's garbage, you know. And I was like, where were these when I was looking up this monitor before? Oop, that didn't work. Like the picture, the static picture of the monitor looked real sick, but yeah. And when you watch like videos, it looked sick, but when it was like rendering from your computer to the monitor, it looked terrible. Just terrible. It's funny that people claim about $15 monthly subscription, but have no issue spending 70 hours a week playing the game instead of, you know, making more money. I get the argument and to teach their own or whatever, but yeah, I just don't agree with that. Like, doing something for fun as opposed to working is not a one-to-one comparison, like, at all, right? It'd be like saying, like, you can play basketball. We'll use a different example of something people do for fun. Like, you can play basketball for free, or like on a court that's, you know, outside at the park paved with rims, or you can pay $20 a month to go play basketball at this other park that's paved and has a rim and stuff too, and it's outside. Like, it's identical, but one you have to pay a monthly fee and one you don't, right? So it's the idea of one thing's free and it's the same as something that costs a monthly fee, right? I mean, I guess if all video games all had a monthly fee and then you just had to do it, it would be like, okay, I guess I would just probably do something else. Because those monthly fees, the reason they do that is it's a gotcha, you know? It's a gotcha thing. They want people to have the monthly fees, forget they have the monthly fee, and keep paying the monthly fee. The average person, I think, what is it? The average person has 5 monthly fees for different apps and games and different things like that they forget about, streaming services that they don't use. The average person pays, I think it was $115 a month in fees for subscriptions that they don't use per month. Like, that's why monthly fees are bad. They're a scam. It's a scam to not charge for a game what you should be charging, and to try to trick people into paying for something that they don't use, want, or need, right? So there's my take on it, on that particular thing personally. Monthly fees are a scam for stuff, really. My opinion. You don't play basketball 10 hours a day? I don't. That's an example. All right, well, it's like, okay, people watch a television 10 hours a day, so you have to pay $10 a month to rent your TV to watch it? Well, no, you should buy a television to watch it. There's other stuff that can come along with the television that has monthly fees, obviously. But paying for the literal physical thing, I just don't agree. I just don't agree. You shouldn't take something that you've always purchased and then turn it into a monthly fee to try to trick people into spending money on something that they don't want anymore. And that's the point of having the monthly fee. It just is. They can use it as an excuse to, like, if you have the monthly fee, they can keep adding new content. If you make new content, you should make new content and then charge money for it. People will pay for it, but that they don't want to actually make money. They want to make money for the stuff for not doing anything is what it is. That's what monthly fees are for in video games. And I don't think there's anything wrong. Anybody who wants to pay can go ahead and do it, but I'm not gonna agree, and I'm not gonna like it. So, you know, just a differing of opinion once again, right? Nothing wrong with that. Flip says thinks D2R is calling him back. Played for 2 minutes last night and got a Vex, nice, and a 7 MF chime. That's always, I feel like games, and it's obviously not true or whatever, but I feel like that always happens when you don't play a game for a while. Or this happened, like, we'll say this for example, I used to play Dark Souls and I'd get stuck and I'd like stop playing it for a couple days because the one boss was too hard and I, you know, just struggle with it or whatever. I'd stop playing for 4 days and I'd come back and fight that one boss and I'd be at the first try, and I'm like, did it just make the boss easier because I just came back from not playing? It's trying to get me hooked into playing again. It's probably not, obviously. That's conspiracy theory stuff, but it's kind of like, yeah. Soft says he's got 4 Vexes, tempted to queue him up to make a call to arms. If you're on single player offline, I'm not against cubing stuff up. If you're online, you should definitely probably trade, because you could probably trade the 4 Vexes for more than an ohm, right? Single player I completely get, because sometimes you just keep finding Vexes, or you cube up the lower runes to get like that Vex or something, and then, you know, you just never find that one high rune you're looking for, right? I've had it where I've had 4 Burr runes and 3 Jaws, but I just can't get a low rune, you know, so, you know, you want to make a grief to do this or that, so you cube up to it, so. Your point's the biggest cost of playing WoW is the time, not the money. I don't know. It's, I guess it depends on the person, how much time, because you say 70 hours. I mean, I guess I get it. If people are literally not going to work to play WoW and stuff, but I get what you're saying, I guess. Because it kind of, I guess that kind of goes along the same lines of what I was saying the other day, just how I value things in general, to where the cost-benefit analysis, you know, I was talking about that the other day. You know, if something's not worth the time to do, like why I will make this type of food instead of that type of food, because if it's not 100% better, but it takes 100% more time, then I won't do it, right? So I kind of get it. I do value things you enjoy in entertainment differently than I value work, though, so. But yeah. Microtransactions ruins games more. Yeah, I think so. Oh, let's see, microtransactions. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of games that have, and the thing is, there's microtransactions in D4, but I never really see them. Like, I know that I guess you can buy skins and stuff, but I played Diablo Immortal for a week, I guess, and that's going to be really personalized, I feel, because I never have any, the microtransaction monetization model gives really bad incentives when making a game, yeah. So yeah, I guess I agree with you. I'm trying to think about it too hard, I feel. In general, I agree with you, yeah. Yep. Min-max res. Gore Spiller said he got his credit card number stolen, and then he realized that he had all these subscriptions that were saying they weren't getting paid because his credit card had got canceled. So it was a good way to get rid of all those subscriptions he had forgotten about. There you go. Green envelope next to chat in Twitch for Kung Fu. I'm not really sure. Not sure. Maybe you got gifted a membership or something. It's probably just some lame like message like, hey, it's September gift. Check this out. Saffron said he's talking about WoW Classic, not about retail WoW. Yeah, it's funny because I've definitely heard him. I know it's different, but I don't even really know the difference, to be perfectly honest. Because retail WoW is more for the casuals. Good old WoW. Gold Magic Find. Yo, what's going on? Thank you for the 50. I think that's pesos, right? Thank you so much. You legend. Oh, Philippines. Okay. Yeah, you're from the Philippines. Got you on the replay. All right, dude. Yeah, different. Depends on where you're at in the world. It's night in the Philippines for you. Okay, yeah. Philippines, other side of the world, right? I would say it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the States, where I live, anyways. But peace out. Catch you on the flip side. Right? Is that still a cool saying, or is that not a cool saying anymore? I forget. I'm a boomer, so. Forget these guys. Retail's the latest version of the game. Classic is basic version from 2005. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of knew that retail was a newer version, but yeah. I guess all I really know about those are from like Asmongold React videos, pretty much. So yeah. Phil's bringing Catch You on the flip side back. It never left, right? Hasn't everyone still used that ever since like the Goofy movie in 95 or whatever? All right. Man, YouTube's so far behind all the time.
Magic Find donated 50 pesos through Super Chat. Catch you up on replay, Phil. Night from Philippines.
Thank you once again for the super chat. Ooh. JS said he doesn't bother with WoW anymore. There's times where I can't even play anything for weeks straight. I don't want to spend my gaming time figuring out where I left off and got to get nothing. Interesting. Mike said he played a WoW at launch for free, never came back. His free month of WoW. Yeah, WoW is one of those games. I know that so many people like really like that game too, huh? Yeah, just one. That monthly fee turned me off so much. Cheap Phil. I was like, why pay a monthly fee when I can just play Diablo 2 forever? Am I right, fellas? Am I right? Pegasus Bro says the Boondock Saints. Yeah. Rocco. Catch you on the flip side. Good old Boondock Saints. Absolute classic. When all 55k of Phil's subscribers cease the stream, catch you on the flip side. It'll be a thing again. Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those subscribers are people who subscribed like years ago and don't even like watch my channel anymore, to be perfectly honest, I don't think. You can just end up with a lot of subscribers just from having a channel for a long time. Pretty much. Just consistently making videos for a long time will get you there, pretty much. Matt Teo, yo, coming in with a $10 super chat. Ooh, thank you so much. Finally able to catch a live stream again, been busy at work. Just made your first Enigma last night. Congrats on the Enigma. And thanks for the super chat, and glad you caught a stream. You legend. Is an Sardi asked if an Updurial is worth anything. Not really. That's just kind of really a budget option for different characters and stuff, so not really valuable.
Finally able to catch a live stream again. Been busy with work. Just made my first Enigma last night.
Once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Would I upgrade 8 Sirs for a Cham? Barbosis asks. On single player, nothing's really out of the realm of possibility for what you would do to get a rune to make a particular word or that you needed. Just because you literally never know when it's going to drop. It depends. Like, if you have 15 Sir runes and you just never have been able to get the higher runes to get what you need, I would do it. I mean, right now even I literally have a page of runes that at some point I have to cube up here. I have this whole page of runes right here. I'm going to cube all these up at some point. I have a couple Sirs, a couple Ohms, because I have these two here. I think I have four to 6 more Sir runes sitting on a different mule. I have like 5 or 6, like I only keep like 5 or 6 pull runes around at once. I only keep like 4 or 5 Lem runes at once and Mals. I'm going to cube all these up. These are all just extra runes that I don't have a use for. So it depends what you got. Invisibles. This is just players 3. Windy is pretty slow on players 8, so not worth going to players 8 with a Wind Druid, in my opinion. And I mean, considering I have a level 45 Tornado, I mean, you're not really getting much more damage than this out of a character usually. I don't know if people have like level 65 Tornado Druids, like level 65 Tornado on their Druids or something, but G Nizzle said he made Infinity last night, and his first traps of the season were 50s. Nice. That's always nice. Interesting. First ones you found were 50s. That's wild. Wild and awesome. Time to start a perfect rune word grail. Hard pass. We're gonna go regular grail and then not do an ethereal grail and not do a perfect rune word grail. No. Make Breath of the Dying. I did have that in mind to do soon here, I guess. I wanted to make Beast, and I wanted to make a Breath of the Dying. I don't think I have the base for the Breath of the Dying I want to make. I want to do an Ethereal Warpike or something like that. Something I could use on like any character. So it's not necessarily like best in slot, I guess, for a lot of characters, but you know, you could throw it on your Mercenary if you wanted to. You could Whirlwind with it. You could Spirit in with it, right, Saffron? You could throw it on an Amazon if you wanted to do some sort of Spirazon. So I just kind of wanted to put it in a base that you could use on every, because I'm not going to be making like 5 different Breath of the Dyings on single player, right? Put one in an Ethereal Colossus Blade and Ethereal, Thunder Maul. Like, I'm not going to be making several of them or anything, so. Tax cut, yo. Streamer, is this hardcore? Right? Is fire better for players 8th? Boy, I don't know. Is fire better for, not in the Chaos Sanctuary, that's for sure, but let's see. I know you can break it, lower it with Infinity and some Phoenix and stuff like that. I don't remember ever doing players 8 with Sunder Charm Fire Druid, so I can't answer for sure, but I would suspect they're pretty similar. So that's just my best guess. Do a Zeal Paladin with Breath of the Dying Warpike. There you go. That's really getting after it. Horizontal Ethereal Thunder Maul is a boink machine. Breath of the Dying, nice. Yeah, I mean it's a ton of damage, right? But single player, I feel like you can't really make like 7 Ethereal Breath of the Dyings on single player. Finding all them Zod runes and stuff would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. I kind of look like Ice Spice. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means, Slamito. Should I be settled with my Mage Fist, my Sork, or should I be crafting some caster gloves? No, I don't use caster gloves on anything. Because you can't get FCR on caster gloves, so... Unless you're talking about one of the D2 mods or something. JS says that's why all the Zods get found off stream. No. I've never found a Zod off stream. The only one I ever found was on stream. So I was live with an assassin of all characters, just in the pits. Yeah. Softim says only played Barb as a kid. Terrible gear in like the 107 era. Nice. Yeah, that was one of the first characters I did too as a barbarian, and yeah, boy, I was struggling like something fierce when I first started playing. I do remember that. Breath of the Dying for Blizzard Sork Merc was best in slot, and then Thunder Charms ruined the game. Breath of the Dying for a Blizzard Sorceress Mercenary. I feel like I didn't do that. I know, even though you got, I mean, you still were rocking Infinity, right? Even with the Cold Sorceress usually. But I always did. I know that because then you wouldn't have to put, like, you just put 1 point into Cold Mastery and call it a day. You wouldn't have to put any more into it. That's the way I always rocked it anyways. Oop, maybe I should put that skill on actually. Stone Skin. Yeah, forget it. Forget about it. Played Barb as a kid too. Burzon. Yeah, I did definitely. I remember getting my first Burz. Before that, I couldn't get my hand on a Burz. I was rocking a Langer Breezer on the Amazon. Cold Mastery didn't break cold immunes. Right. Yeah, Cold Mastery did not break cold immunes. Right. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I never I never used Breath of the Dying on a mercenary for any type of cold. It was always infinity. So yeah, I guess it depends how far back you're going. Maybe you're talking further back than me, probably. Nope. Okay. Yeah, stone skin, but he's dying faster, so. Fellas. How many likes are we at? How many likes are we at? Fellas, let's go. We gotta get back to town real quick. Hustle, 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 hustle. All right. Got a little nervous for a second, guys. Do a little fireside chat real quick. Did we do it today? Fellas! If you did not hit the like button yet, you better have done it. You better do it now. We found it too early. We're only a little over 200. Man, but when I ID this, it's gotta be the Tails, my baby. Tax Cut said it's not. Get out of here. All right, here it comes. Get your eye holes ready to view the glory. The Tyrael's might. Oh. Get one more like if I say Tyrael's. No, I can't. Tyrael's. Not going to be ales. Yeah, here's what it is. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Boy, and if I would have found him on a druid too, like rocking a windy in the chaos. We'll toss it over here. I'll probably just end up throwing it out. That's like my third or fourth one, I forget. Check the recording? What am I supposed to check on the recording? One offensive Aura just to add insult to injury. Yeah, I did notice that as well, but... Tyrael laughing at you. Yeah, sitting right next to him. I thought he would help me. I thought he would help me. Did not. I might as well just go. It's over, fellas. It wasn't Tyrael's. This is the bitter end. Just walk into the flames. I should have had oh no, Tyrael's doesn't ID stuff. What am I thinking? All right, well, let's keep going. Dang, yo. Could have been it. Could have been it. Sunil, yo, welcome in. Wicked, appreciate you. Jumped over to YouTube just to hit the like button. What a legend. Better luck next time. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. We'll get him. We'll get him. Just found a unique sacred armor. But you can tell I'm not too excited. So, never give up, never surrender. We'll get her. Moonpox. Man, there's a lot of... Oh, there's so many stone skins around here. We'll take out other stuff and while the stuff hits the middle. Yeah, I'll get him, whatever. Electro, yeah, that's the super hype way to do it, huh? Idea, toss the cube on the ground so you see the item pop out. Just go run all the 85 areas in the game, so if I find another Tyrael's, if I find another unique sacred armor, it has to be Tyrael's might. I don't know if that's worth it. while your logic checks out, I don't know the odds of finding another unique sacred armor. Not good. Now there's a plan. Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, right. I'd get a triple durability sacred armor is what I'd get. It'd roll as Templars, and they'd be like, well, it can't be. See, now how does that work, though? I know that if it rolled as a unique, would it automatically default to, it would automatically default to Tyraels, or would it roll as Templars, and then it can't be Templars again, so it would be a failed unique. It would be a failed Templars, and it'd be a triple durability unique, right? No, I can't remember. I think I had heard that it defaults to the other unique, so I think I did hear that, but I'm kind of just talking to jokesties, but it turned into an Immortal King's armor. Yeah, I do know that that uniques can only drop once per game in D2. I found out in D4 that can definitely happen, because I found 2 of the same unique in D4 laying right next to each other from the same mob. But that's a good question, yeah. So if it can't be another Templars, I thought I had heard somewhere, and I don't know where, that it would turn into the other unique. It wouldn't turn into a failed unique. Like how if a item isn't the right item level to be like Arachna's Mesh, it rolls as a triple durability rare. I don't think it. I think it rolls as another unique if there is another unique, but oopsie, just checked the potion accident. Swampy Pits incoming. Hard pass. Hard pass. Yeah, it definitely could have been a Tyraels for sure. It dropped from whatever unique monster it was, but not this time. No, I'm not going to go around those other places. I'm just going to keep spamming this. We got it. Get some more H2O here real quick. Starcross. Yeah, nothing good yet. I mean, pretty hype finding a Templar, so, huh? For a second. Till we realized it was not Tyraels. That's a good instance, though, to kind of like when you're talking about Diablo 4, like, that's something you never get in Diablo 4. Like, nothing never drops in Diablo 4. Like, nothing ever drops, and you're like, oh! It's always like, oh, something dropped. Let's see what the stuff is. Oh, more stuff dropped. Let's see what it is. You know, you never get those hype drops because it's just like not how the game works. Wicked Ball said he got a couple unique rings the other day. Yeah, that kind of happens semi-frequently, I guess, right? Find 2 unique rings in the same game. Not like every second. Oh, another one of those little Lemmy runes. We're looking for a little bit higher, but I mean, we're grabbing a Lem for sure. For sure. Go gamble armors. Dude, those armors, Softim, those sacred armors to gamble them, or ancient armors that can be sacred armors, they cost like 750,000 gold a piece, so you can't gamble too many of them. Even after you get all the reduced vendor costs, they're still like 500,000 a piece. And you can only sell them for a max of 35k, right? So you run out of gold in a hurry. Jesus. You guys obviously can't tell, but my whole house is... The guy next door, like... He had a tree cut down the other day, and now they're replacing his septic field, so I'm guessing his septic tank got messed up from his tree or whatever. The whole house... I'm sitting in my basement like... Frickin' shaking me down here. Cineal says Diablo can drop killers over 40 to life, but he can't drop Tyraels. Tyraels. That is accurate. Yes, that is true. Yeah, when you get the treasure class item level type of conundrum, you kind of end up with weird stuff. The most obvious one that everyone that I kind of point to whenever I talk about it is how like Mephisto can drop Arachne's mesh, but Mephisto cannot drop like Wind Force. But Pendle can drop Wind Force, but cannot drop Arachne's mesh, right? Weird how that stuff works. Rare gloves. Did I miss some rare gloves? I must have. Maybe I overlooked them or something. Let me look back. I don't know if I. Oh yeah, they're right here. Yeah. Yep. You know me. I always miss stuff. Y'all know me. Schmolbla, what's going on? Yo, welcome in. The W-Neeks are hype, but also kind of a bummer. I never had a Schaefer's or a Stormlash. Yeah, they're both pretty rare ones. I just knocked, I think both of those off my grail list just in the last, like the last couple of weeks before the last season of D4, so. Maybe I had already had a Stormlash, but I just found one. But Schaefer's I know I just knocked off. From, of course, Terrorized Andy, the absolute glitched out joke that is, but all you can do is play the game the way it's designed, right? Enjoy watching all the streams. Wanted to start to do some and share lucky drops. Already tested my setup. Any advice? Enjoy watching streams. I want to start to. I'm not sure. So are you talking about you want to start stream? Is that what you're getting at, Schmolbla? Yeah, not fully sure there, but Uper Trooper, yo, coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, 3 months of Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for the Bezos subscription, you legend. Ooh. Thank you so much. What kind of glitch Terrorized Andy thing? Yeah, because Terrorized Andy is like perpetually quest bug now. Like, you just get so many uniques from her, and she, like, it's insane. Didn't I just drop one of those up here too? I must have been on a different level. I didn't even see this actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna go fully into it just because it takes just a quick second to explain. But yeah, if you run Terrorized Andy for like a few different, like, it's only up for an hour. But if you run her efficiently with a sorceress with a bunch of magic find, you'll find like 2 or 3 like super rare unique items. I got a video kind of a little bit on it, and there's a bunch of videos out there kind of on it, so. Narid, would I do P1 with a barb or player 7 with a hammered in? Oh boy. I guess the player's 1 with a barb, but I think they're both good choices, so can't go wrong, I don't think. She's super easy to kill and drops everything. Yeah, you can't spam it super fast, but partially too is because of the quest drop. There's like essentially no chance to get a no drop on Andariel, so oh, I didn't. Well, probably don't even freaking need him. I don't even need the little summons anyways, but we'll pull them up for a little bit of safety. Grap, yo, welcome in, yo. This guy and that GIF on Twitch, jeez. Must be nice offline. Yeah, yeah. Offline is pretty cool. That's why I always recommend people to play offline if they are ever curious about doing it, because it's so sick. You want to start streaming? Yeah, stream is tough to get into. So, for instance, when I had like 8 or 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I could barely get people to watch me stream. So, just take that into consideration. It's super hard and impossible to get into. I'm a D2 LOD player. Still, can anyone explain how terror zones work at D2R? Oh, I kind of worked that conversation backwards. I seen JS kind of help you out with that, so appreciate the JS. Jeff Beal says Terror Zone Andy's crazy. Really worked her over last night, huh? Nice. Love the way you worded that. Stone skin. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, the Sunder Charm's only coming from the unique monsters. Yeah, that's another thing about the Terror Zones. Good old Sunday Charms. Start with content to build your audience first. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, between when I was streaming on Twitch, and I had like between 6, 8, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube back before I switched to YouTube streaming. Yeah, and I literally had like I said, 6 to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and there was days when I'd stream on Twitch and I'd have no viewers, like nobody would watch me. So yeah, it's real. Streaming's super hard to get, tough to get into. Definitely anyone who would ever start doing it, I would say you just kind of do it on the side for fun, like here and there, and then just hope to get lucky, and if you get lucky, go with it, pretty much. I would never recommend anybody go, you know what, I'm gonna switch my career and I'm gonna be a streamer. Just won't. Just not. Do not recommend. Saffron said he thinks he noticed even Geeds drop more often in Terror Zones. Maybe. I never really thought about it. Why is this not... Do I not have to... Never thought about that before. Interesting. Sure, it's something... Let's see. Silas Spin's drop odds calculator. Probably look that up. If it was true or not. Could be one of those... Just seems like it kind of things. Not really sure. Either way. Are perfectly rolled Sunders worth anything on non-ladder? I'm not 100% sure. They're probably worth something, but they're probably not worth very much. Obviously, that's kind of like a relative statement, I guess, but... Saffron said he just got 3 geese from a terrorized trap. Nice. That is not normal. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Karma Elite. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen that on a YouTube. Like, I see the same YouTube videos everybody else does, I guess. So, yeah. Kind of, I had heard that, yeah. Not really, you know. Like, a little interesting, we'll call it. So 15 with min damage is 31, level 31. That's unfortunate. I don't know how the levels roll on stuff like that, but I know if you're low level dual, like 30 and under, I don't know if that could even roll with it, but borderline really good. It's not quite there, but it was almost there. Anyone know if those can roll slightly lower level required? Yeah, all for fun after work. Good, good, good. Glad to hear. Shmobla. The Beatles in Act 2 are so annoying. Yeah. They can be. They're some good experience early on. Slamming the Beatles. Ooh. Axe got a big fan of George Harrison though. The same topic but different. I see what you did. Jim Stromberg. Yo, what's going on? Hmm, 5 to Lightning Century. Just by itself, I don't think so. Just by itself, nah. What got me into streaming? Accident, kinda. I was just, at the time, I was like, what am I doing with all my time after work? Like, and even like while I'm at work and stuff, like, I need to do something that's gonna get me, like, at least if something lucky or something crazy happened, it could help me in the future in my life instead of just like sitting in these factories all day, like making barely enough money to get by. I tried teaching myself Spanish when I had my headphones in at work. I did that for like a month. Didn't really get anywhere, I suppose. But then I was just like, oh, whatever, I'll learn how to edit videos and stuff. Maybe if I do this for fun or whatever, maybe I could actually take a couple classes at the community college if I actually like editing videos, and who knows, maybe if I could get lucky and something crazy would happen, I could make money making videos on YouTube. That's pretty much how I started doing this, essentially. And then COVID hit, and I was like, well, I'll just make videos since I'm sitting here doing nothing. So yeah, pretty much just got lucky. Siri Buff, yo, welcome in. Welcome in, Siri. Stone skin. We'll catch up on some stuff here while I'm killing this. Anyone else feel the skeleton mobs have a higher chance of dropping jewelry? Soft dim. Knife never crossed my mind. Oh, I should get that rocking too, huh? quest. Was not a waste of time, I promise. Oop. $50K subscribers now. Good on you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Took quite a while, and obviously I had a huge spike when D2R came out pretty much, so. Yeah, I had a combination of like lucky things happen to me pretty much. And of course I did spend a lot of time doing this as well, so. Hard work and luck. Another, no, he's not stunking. Okay. You into metalworking? Am I into metalworking? No. I mean, I used to work in a metal fab shop, but I'm not into metalworking, you know? Like, I used to work in a plastics factory, but I was never into plastics, you know what I mean? No, I don't do carpentry or metal work and stuff like that. Hobby-wise, no. I'm more of like, go golfing, go bowling type of guy, I guess. Play basketball, stuff like that. Softball, sports. JS said, yeah, and here we are 3.5 years later, right? Still has no idea what he's doing. You aren't wrong. I literally go back and look at some of my older videos sometimes, and I'm like, wait a second. My older videos look better than the ones do now. Great. I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Uh-oh, just spamming wolves. Oh. Yes. Grindy. Moat tricking for days. Another one you guys never let go, huh? Just because I recommend when people are new to moat trick Mephisto. I think it's some new tactic, huh? My message is highlighted. Gabinator, congrats. Congrats. The only crafting fills into his D2R. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't find doing that kind of stuff fun, I guess. Anything that I ever had to do at work, I don't find fun at home anymore. Working on machines, working on metal, you know, metal different things and putting things together and building things. I'm like, oh gosh, that's terrible. Work. I don't want to do work at home. Well, and I know really anything can be entertaining and fun depending on who you are, but that's just my own preference, I guess you'll say. Something like that. Mo tricking harder than just face tanking. Well, I mean, it depends when you're at, I guess. Yeah. If you're like a Blizzard sorceress, it's easy just to sit on the other side with a lower res wand and a spirit sword and a stealth armor and moat trick Mephisto, you know. Grindy said he actually fully supports moat tricking. There you go. I got nothing against it. It's just how the game's made, right? It sounds like it's a good strategy, right? Good strategy. Good strategy. Can Diablo drop everything? Nope, nope, Salamander. Diablo cannot drop everything in the game. I've been sitting here thinking about just skipping him, to be perfectly honest, but I decided to keep hitting him. He does literally seems like he doesn't drop anything all the time, but oh well. What? JS said he always accidentally lures the pack over. Yeah, that can happen for sure. Definitely can happen. Softum says spent the last year learning to be a press brake operator. Is fun but challenging initially in contact manufacturing. You expect to dial in your programs hella fast and productive. Yeah, I just worked in a small shop, and kind of a weird story of how it happened, but I ended up running a brake press in the metal fab place I was in for like 4 to 6 months. There's probably like 3 or 4 months, to be honest, maybe 5 or 6, I can't remember for sure, but it was not like, it was literally like, it was stuff that didn't have to be super precise, I guess you would say. So some of it was probably we'll say 60% like didn't have to be precise at all, and then the other 40% had to be kind of precise, but nothing insane, like not super high tolerance and stuff. That was kind of between when I was running we had a couple of steel cutting lasers, and then I had to do the brake press for a while, and then I went back to the lasers, and then we got a tube cutting laser, and then I did that for a while, and yeah. No one should have to trick Andy. I mean, kind of true, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I don't know what's your definition of trick. Like, I mean, super early on, I would run around the boxes in the corner. I mean, super easy. It just sounds like running away from the boss and attacking when you can. I don't know if that's a tricking, but didn't catch the full context. No! G-Sex, what's going on? YouTube and Discord are off their rocker. You didn't get notified until 2 hours into stream. Brah. Unbelievable. Well, thank you for hopping in here. We gotta talk to somebody about that. Well, welcome in, G-Stacks. Diablo's dropped me an ethereal D-web before. Yeah, I think Saffron said that it had to be terrorized since it was too high of a level. I don't know all the items that Diablo can and can't drop, so, but that I would assume since he cannot drop Griffins, that he couldn't drop D-web normally. Stone skin to Sace. Man, I was so excited about that sacred armor. That would have been so cool. I just wonder what would I have hurt, like if that was Tyro's might, what part of my body would I have hurt, like jumping around because I was so excited? Would I hurt probably my neck and probably my back? Maybe I pull a hammy or something. It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. G-Stack said he never got a notification yet. Discord's weird. YouTube's like that. Like, YouTube will just, like, their stupid algorithm, and the YouTube algorithm is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen or heard. Like, they'll literally, like, you'll subscribe to a channel, put on all notifications, and like watch every one of their videos, and YouTube just won't show you their videos and let you know when they post a new video or go live and stuff. Like, YouTube's just super, their algorithm's super bad and dumb. But like, Discord usually is 100%, so that's super weird. That's super weird. YouTube will literally, like, if you always go into your subscription feed and stuff, YouTube will literally, like, unsubscribe you from some channels sometimes. If they just decide they don't want you to watch them. It's crazy. I would hurt my head. I would have jumped so high I would hit my head in the rafters in my basement. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. How's the Slayers Club doing? All going great, dude. CDI Arcade says, yeah, he sees that. He'll literally search for the exact title of the exact video that he wants to find, and it won't come up in YouTube search. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is... They always try to push you, like, the videos that have, like, 8 million views and stuff. And the people that have, like, 10 million subscribers. They just want to push the same content to everybody. I mean, there must be a reason for it. They probably found that that performs better that way or something, but it's real annoying when you want to watch somebody and they won't let you. Looks like the Lions got a clear path because of the Cousins injury. Yeah, right, Wizard? Yeah, that's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Everybody tearing their Achilles this year, huh? All them old people. I feel like I never heard of people tearing their Achilles before, like, 5 years ago. I don't know, maybe it just don't remember, but... A sacred armor that was a might dropped a little bit ago. Don't lie to G-Stacks. It was super hype, but it was, it ended up being, Templars. Again, of course, right? Oh, dude. G-Stacks, get out of here. Get out of here. This guy. Achilles is too gruesome to talk about. I mean, I wouldn't go that. In sports, they always tell you what happened. But I just, like, in the NFL, I mean, it happened once in a while, but now it seems like 30 people a year, like, tear their, just randomly non-contact, tear their Achilles. Like, I don't know. Just seems weird. I know a lot of people blame it on, like, the turf or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely seems like something. There's something causing it, I feel. And I don't have the numbers or whatever, but it just seems like there's been quite an uptick in it like recently. K-Dog, get out of here. Cheating, Phil. Get out of here. Almost time for Galback to make an appearance. She was already in here earlier, so she was already in here checking up on me earlier, so making sure I'm working hard enough, making sure I'm not messing around too much. Just kidding. That's completely a joke, by the way. Completely a joke, fellas. JS says that the slow-mo of Rodgers was gruesome. Yeah, I don't watch replays of injuries, but I mean, you always want to hear at least hear what it was, you know, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be out for the rest of the year or something, you know. Grand Matron bow back there. Meh. I'll see where it's at, I guess. I don't know. I think that's if it's not, I don't need it. I already got plenty of socketed bows I recall, so. Missed it. Normally it's around 3. Guess it depends when she catches her lunch break, huh? Whatever. I'll look at it, I guess. Whatever. Whatever. Terials off of a rack would have been most legendary ever. I guess is that technically possible? I guess. Can any unique item drop off of any rack? Huh. Fred, did he watch the Chubb one? Oh yeah, no, I did not watch that. They didn't show it on TV, and I seen clips pop up, and I'm like clicking off. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. Keep going. Like, I don't want to see that stuff. It's disgusting. I'm not one of those kind of people that's like thinks it's cool to see or whatever. No. I've never had anything crazy like that happen, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like only people who've never had like serious sports injuries like watching that kind of stuff. I don't know. And I mean, I don't know. Ugh. Or it's just me. I don't know. Or it's just me. Gross. Jeez, when they showed it, they didn't show it on TV, but I was like watching it, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to show it because it's too gruesome. And then you hear the whole crowd go, oh, like they showed it on the big screen at the game. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm not seeing that. Yeah, Antex. I know it's a thing on single player, but I mean, I've never heard of anybody finding something like a Ethereal's Might, I guess. I did find a Dark Force spawn off of a rack though, so it was ethereal too. I found an ethereal Dark Force spawn off a rack in the Stony Tombs. JS said just happened to see it live. Definitely don't look at the replays intentionally. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Just thinking about it. Gross. Gross. How many people watch NASCAR for the crashes? Yeah, hard to say. I would say most people don't watch for the crashes, but that's part of it, you know. I mean, a vast majority of the time, though, NASCAR crashes, everybody's fine, right? So, which is obviously good. It's not like intentionally watching an NFL injury just to see someone get hurt real bad. GSEC took a nasty hit to the knee when he was 11. Left knee bent inward outside over 90 degrees. Gross. Very gross. Let's see. Over on Twitch, they're saying materials couldn't fall off a rack unless it was terrorized. It's tied to your level and such and such. I don't know. If it was tied to your level, then if you were high enough level, then it could drop. Then is what you're saying, right? one level below the area level. Antrax says that probably makes sense. I think that makes sense to me, anyways. Like a train wreck, you just can't look away. I don't know. Well, I do know. I could look away for sure. I just don't like seeing people get hurt. Gross. Freaks me out seeing limbs bend the wrong way. Many people. Oh, I read the ones. Still have trouble with your knees to this day, says G6. Yeah, if you had something that serious, holy moly, right? Great Maul, Battle Gauntlets. Oh, don't even know why I waste my time with Diablo. Might as well just skip them. Why does it matter if he's 50? Probably talking about a knee replacement, I'm guessing. They don't want to do him too early because then you'll have to get another one before, you know, too long. Speculation on my part. Brian says he can admit he watches the cars race for the crashes, huh? Well, there you go. I personally, I don't know. NASCAR is not my thing anyways, so just in general. Exactly what Phil said. Yeah. I've kind of known way too many people who've had like knee replacements and stuff, so. I know one guy who's my age. He got both of it. This is not a normal circumstance at all, but he had to get both of his knees replaced when he was like 25. He was in the military, he was a Marine, and he had to... He said it wasn't from necessarily one thing, but like there was one time for a month he had to like literally sit in a foxhole in the desert for a month straight while there was like bullets like randomly flying over his head at different times of day and night. He was like trapped out in the middle of the desert, and he literally laid in this foxhole for a month straight. He thinks that's pretty much like what did it. He's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get these replaced again in like 15 or 20 years, and then I'm gonna have to get it done again. I probably won't be able to walk when I'm older. Like, oh, that sucks a lot. Winged Knight. Not ethereal, so it don't really matter. Gotta check everything ogre. Let's get rid of that, whatever. Jordan watches the stream for the deaths, not the items. Well, good thing you get a lot of those on my stream anyways. You must love my stream. It's the only place you can go to see as many deaths as possible while playing D2, huh? Plu says there's probably random people that found Tyrell's Might and was like, this is terrible, and just chucked it out because it's no good. Well, I mean, online, probably, yeah, because it's like worthless, right? It's just like a trophy item. It's not really worth anything, really, but... hopefully by the time he needs his knees replaced, it'll be a cyberpunk dystopia. Well, even this was, you know, like I said, he was like 25. Like, we're almost 40 now. That was 13, coming around on 15 years ago. Even knee replacement technology is better now than it was back then. So who knows? Hopefully, I haven't talked to him in a while. You know, so But hopefully, hopefully he's all good, and hopefully they get something figured out for it. Terrible, right? He's a guy, he's in really good shape too, so maybe that could probably help out a lot too. Like, really good shape. Which I don't know, he was just kind of always like that though, he always worked out and stuff, so. He's like into karate and stuff, different martial arts and stuff, I suppose, but like, not necessarily like MMA fighter kind of stuff, but like he was like super flexible. It was like the funny thing he would do. He'd go to parties and there'd be people he didn't know, and he would just be talking to him, and then he would just drop into the splits just out of nowhere. And he thought it was like funny to do. Them Bluetooth knees. Nice. Flip says, yeah, it seems like if you had real injuries, you wouldn't want to see them happen to other people. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. Just even just like, I've never had anything super serious, but I guess I tore a ligament in my ankle. I cut through a ligament in my hand, so like I've had injuries. And just how devastating it is, like, and I'm not even, you know, it's not even like my career or ending or anything, you know. Appreciate you joining. Only two D2 person you have a member up to. Appreciate you. What a legend. What a legend. CDI Arcade says they get robotic arms and stuff for people when they're missing them. Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I don't think those are too widespread yet, but I guess they're kind of getting there, huh? That's kind of like, it's still in its extreme infancy, right? That kind of stuff. Saffron only comes here for the deaths as well, and the moat tricks, and the forgetting the Holy Shield battle orders, pretty much forgetting everything. You forgot about Hurricane too there, Saffron. You forgot about Hurricane. Roger's doing some weird hippie experimental stuff. Of course he is. Of course he is. He's probably like taking some hallucinogenics and like out in the woods or something, being like, I'm all healed from these random hallucinogenics I took. Yeah, Rogers is something else, I'll be honest. Something else. Had my knee replaced at 50, says trash, then had a revision at 52 because it came loose. Wow. Came loose, huh? That's rough. Came loose. It's crazy. Roger should take over as coach of the Jets. Age in the look. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be something else, huh? You sign a quarterback and you're like, you're going to be the coach too. Boy, that'd go over terribly, I feel. Oh, there's a pretty cool one. Oh, good old Tal Rasha's guardianship. Ooh. Yeah. Real cool, real cool. At least it's something good, right? Let's see. That's not particularly well rolled, right? So the armor could be over 900, right? So unfortunately, it's painful. But on single player, you got to do some stuff like this sometimes. Kind of painful. So Jordan Sork's rocking that in 5-piece. Nice. Franklin said if someone offered him 22 mil to break his leg, he'd ask for a hammer. I mean, I mean, it would be tough to do, but I probably would for that much money. You could just heal up and never have to work again, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't want to break my leg if I didn't have to. Weakfield doesn't need any buffs. What do you mean? Right. Yeah. So good. I don't even need to use Holy Shield and stuff on my Paladin. That's why I don't do it. True story. And obviously we're joking. At least sell it? Takes too much time. Because to sell stuff, even I have to take stuff out of my inventory, move that over here, and then go click on the vendor, and then sell. Nah, it's not worth it. Not worth it. That is one thing that's kind of, I don't know. Single player, you know, you can never do anything with these. You can't even help other people out like you do online, I guess, but double durability. Use metal grid on it, he says. Nice. Don't know about that, Swish. Guess I could, but nah. Kind of funny though. Kind of funny. Wicked Ball at a tendon snap make your wrist. That makes your wrist move. 1 week before main COVID lockdown, had surgery on it 2 days before lockdown. Had to use Google and YouTube to PT it. Pretty wild. I mean, at least it wasn't one of those things that I bet a lot of people had stuff like that happen and they were supposed to go into surgery like the next day. And then the surgery's canceled and you're like, what do I do now? Jordan says, the one time when you needed a healthy wrist. I don't know if that's a joke or what, but I think it is. Brian says Talos is a dope set. Yeah, Talos is probably the best, huh? I see someone say it's second best, Sunil says. Yeah, I mean, what would you say the first? I would say Talos is probably the best set in the game, and then probably Trang's, huh? But it's got to be Trang's and Talos. That's got to be the two best, right? Then like Immortal Kings is like a far third. In my opinion. Of course. Saigons are Arctic? Let's go. That's some endgame stuff right there. Mavina's third or fourth? Yeah. Mavina's is okay for the cold. Mavina's is alright. But yeah, I would say Tals and Trang's definitely the top. See, where was I putting the rest? Just in the Oak Sage to keep it alive and give me a little bit more max life? Sure. Sure. Sunil says, 3-piece, so great. D-Stack, come on, you're just messing around now, right, fellas? Come on, Irathas? Irithas? Which one is it? Is it Irithas or Irathas? What time am I at? 2:40. Okay, I got a little bit of time. Don't let me run over today. I can't. I gotta go pick the kiddo up from school, so I can only stream till 3:30 today at most. But yeah, anyone who dropped in here more recently. We found this earlier, but unfortunately it dropped before we got to 500 likes, so it wasn't a Tyrell's Might, unfortunately. Tyrells. Unfortunate. What are we getting at right now? We're at 312 likes in the stream today. Thank you so much, fellas. Freaking legends. Yeah, the only thing about those early sets, and I say look up the stats on it. I would, but it sounds like a lot of work. Feels too lazy, right? But those early sets, it's so much easier just to find a couple runes and make a stealth, right? Than it is to find a bunch of set pieces early on. So that's kind of the limiting factor on those early ones. Later game, you can kind of get some more stuff, but I guess if you quote unquote twink your character, is that what they call it? That's how the hip new kids refer to it. Twinking your character, give them good gear to play through with. Griswold's is horrible. Yeah, no. Griswold's not great, really. I mean, they use the Grizz Caddy for like super obscure bear builds, right, or something. But that's like the armor. The armor, I guess you can use early on if you find it to get your strength higher to use like a CV or something on your mercenary. But that's like the only thing to really do with it, right? How well does Nova work? Like 40 and onward? If I was playing through the game solo, Nova's not like the easiest playthrough solo. I would usually go Blizzard or something, you know, Frozen Orb or something. Nova's kind of good after you get played through the game. Like it's more so like you can play through with it, but it's not really the best option. In my opinion there, Antrax. Let's go here. Wow. Very dense up in this area. Very dense. Omek, yo, what's going on? What's the timestamp for Templars? Great question. What was that about? I don't know for sure. It was like an hour in, maybe. But that's quite a guess. Like I'm not really sure, to be honest. Maybe hour 20. Okay, that's just a random one. Making sure I didn't lose them out over the lava. Let's just go down here. Play it a little safe. Toss some twisters. Oh! Oh my god. Let's go. Fellas. I snagged it real quick. I'm about to die here. Let's just get out of here real quick. Chaos Sanctuary every... Ooh. Now, what am I gonna do with all these high runes, fellas? What am I gonna do with them? Guess I'm gonna have to make some stuff now. GG! Yeah, it always catches you off guard, right? You don't find one for a while. Always catch you off guard. And Jaw, I don't really find that many Jaws, right? It's the Druid, man. Gotta rock that Druid. Last wish incoming. I probably have enough Jaws to do it now, I think. I probably have enough Jaws to do it now. Saffron said he just went and looked. It was 1 hour and 3 minutes. So, Saffron, were you hopping back to find the timestamp and you missed the Jaw rune drop? That'd be funny. This is Players 3, Darkado. P3. Last wish. I don't know. I usually. I guess I should, huh? At some point, I should make last wish, for sure. Stone skin. We could take him out. Oh yeah. Saffron says yes, he did. He totally missed it. Drop. Well, thank you for going back in and looking. Whoever was asking about it, it was 1 hour and 3 minutes when the Templars drop was, and 2 hours and 47 minutes when the Ja rune, approximately. Ooh. Then you were back watching that, and then you see the chat explode. Yeah. That's what you get for being a nice gentleman. Is last wish your last wish? Nice. Not really, but I mean, I do plan on making pretty much every rune word in the game if I can. Like by the time I finish the Grail, usually you find all these runes before you finish your Grail, so you usually can do it anyways. So, but yeah, I might not be able to make like there's just the two. Is there only 2 rune words that have a Zod in it? Is it just Breath of the Dying and Obsession, or is there other ones I'm not thinking of here? I think it's just the 2. And there's a few that have chams in them, I guess, right? But they're all like garbage anyways. Oh, Frostburns, baby. Let's go. Frostburn gauntlets. Ooh. Wait, didn't I? Oh, wait, he's not dead? Where is he? Oh, I must have missed something on the other areas here. Oh. Got too excited from that Ja rune. Missed out on, what's his name here? Don't be good. Okay, good. Woo. Dual Dream Dragon. There you go. Yeah, JS, so he thinks those are the only 2. Yeah. You like D2R as much as regular D2? Let's see. I'm trying to think which one I would quote-unquote like better, because there's things that they changed in D2R that I don't like, but there's a lot of things they changed that I do like. I would say I probably like D2R better, even though there's some things that because the things that they changed for the better, I think are good, and they outweigh the things that they changed that I don't like. So I'd say I like D2R better. Stop Radio? Stop Radio? Yeah, amazing drop, says Wicked Ball. Yeah, for sure. George says he thinks the D4 Frostburns are just lame. Yeah, I don't know. I found them, obviously, but I don't know. They probably weren't for the build I have or whatever. So I used them for a second just because I didn't have anything better, but... Yeah, D4 bad. I forgot. Yeah, don't forget, guys. D4 bad. No, we don't need to get into that. I was just joking. Just joking. My bad. Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Good call, Jordan. Good call, Jordan. All right, another high rune incoming here. Unfortunately, I just find all these high runes instead of this worthless armor I'm trying to find. Rim shield. Oh, I would have lost my mind in like 2001 when I found that. Oh, with the 5 to mana too. I remember on my Java Zon, you wanted that 5 to mana after kill. Back in the dirt. High rune per 300 likes. Yeah, science. That's scientifically proven to be true, by the way. So if we just get 300 more likes, I can find a jam rune or something. Now, when we get that 500, get that tier, it's going to be so sick. I literally can't wait. We just got to somehow get it to 500 before the next half hour. Somehow. Liveless or Storm Shield, pretty much. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Well, Storm Shield, and this shows you how good I was, or how much I played, or how much I knew, or whatever. Storm Shield was like a myth to me. I've seen other people who had it, but I could never get one. I mean, eventually I did when I started, you know. Eventually. But I can remember being like, man, I can, you know, back when like I said, I was using a Langer Breezer, and then I barely was able to get myself like Titans. And then I got a lidless. Actually, I can remember even having a Storm Shield, but everyone just, well, me anyways, and everyone I knew, everybody just ran cows all the time. So I was just running cows, and you don't really need a Storm Shield when you're running cows, right? You just need to kill stuff as fast as you can, because if you didn't, everybody else would kill all the cows, and you wouldn't get any experience, and you wouldn't be able to find anything. So you just, like, me anyways, I just only prioritized like slaying faster. And if I ran out of energy, obviously, if I ran out of mana, couldn't slay no more. Maxim says D2R great, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that they did a lot of good stuff in D2R here. Probably one of my favorite, probably a great what am I trying to say? A great remake, for sure. Or for sure. Oopsie. Get this going. Forgot about it. Did they fix Amazon evade dodge and D2R? They did. Zower, they did fix that. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much any like bug thing or whatever, they definitely got fixed, right? There's actually some of the bugs. You know what I wish they would bring back? Debugging armor. That's one of the ones I wish they would bring back. Like, just don't call it a bug then. Just call it a feature. Just say, hey, we added a cube recipe, or we altered this cube recipe so it adds defense sometimes too. You know? I thought that was it was actually a cool thing in the game, even though it was technically a bug. How did e-bugging work? When you did the cube recipe to roll random numbers of sockets on ethereal armors, it would add. What it would do is when something's ethereal, it has 50% extra defense, and for some reason, when you re-rolled it to get sockets, it gave it another 50% boost to the defense. So you could e-bug like shields and helmets, but really armors was the only place that it was really viable to do. Because then you could throw, like, you know, your ethereal e-bug fortitude on your mercenary and stuff. And the thing is too, it wasn't like, oh man, this is OP that people have extra armor on their characters. It was like, you know, it'd give you like a 2% boost, right? Like, not even. So I feel like it was just like a little gambly aspect that was like exciting if something rolled good for you. Zwachiander. Yeah, whatever. Ooh, 2 to Paladin skills. Let's go. JS said it. Yeah, it was either lidless or storm shield up here. Mosers if you needed the resistance. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot less options back in the day. A lot less options. Might just forget about those other bros. Yeah, whatever. They're here. You know what I was looking at too? I hopped on D4 just for a second, and I looked at some of my Eternal characters that I never looked at. And I know we're playing D2R here, but I was just kind of a thought I was having. At the end of the next season, you know, that shared part is going to roll over and get deleted or whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what am I going to do with all these items for, like, I guess I'm just going to have to throw all these items away or just let them get deleted pretty much, because there's no purpose to them, right? Like, I'm just going to have to delete all these characters. Like, I don't know. I'll probably keep one of each character just for S's and G's, but I'm never going to play them, like, you know? Got to come up with it. What do you think D4 needs in order for the game to be in a state where you'd want to play it? I mean, it's not that I don't want to play it. I still play it once in a while here. Like I'm not someone who hates D4. It's playable. It's not like you can't play it. But if there was things that I wish they would change, is just really like taking everything off of these timers, like Goblin Tozo, like how you can only do Hell Tides at certain times, or Hell Tides at certain times isn't a bad thing, I guess. But having like Duriel and farming these other bosses, like kept behind this timer that you have to play when they tell you to play, is a disaster in my book. Like, just a disaster. I know it gets people to play when they don't want to play, leading to more playtime, I suppose, but that makes me not want to play it. I kind of put that in a video I put out today. Make sure you guys check that out, by the way. Ooh, the video I put out today. But that's the main thing. Man, putting mandatory items behind a timed, like a timer, when you have to play, like, oh, maybe I can sneak in this Telltide real quick before I take my daughter to dance class or something, and then you end up getting her to dance late because that's the only time you can play and you have to play then, or the game's ruined for you. Boy, I hate that kind of stuff. I hate it so much. Besides that, I mean, I don't think D4 is terrible. So I mean, besides that, I don't know, have a ton of perfect options for it, or a ton of other great ideas, I guess. Is there a trick to finding Andy online? A little bit. There's a little bit of a trick. The first level, when you come to the waypoint, just always stick to the right, pretty much. And then that should be the way, you know, from the leaving the tile. Oh, another Lem rune. Okay, all right. Just found one of these a second ago, and I just found that jaw a second ago too. But now we get a Lem. Yeah. Is the trading system in D2R good? It's good-ish. Finding people to trade with and stuff like that is not great in D2. You pretty much have to use an outside site of some kind, but you can trade everything in the game, right? So it's not like, you know, D4, how things are like account bound and stuff. So it's good open trading, but actually being able to find the people to trade with. Part of the reason that trading is difficult in D2R too is just because, I mean, the hype from D2R remake is down. You know, D2 community is just getting smaller and shrinking, so it makes it more difficult. So it was easier to trade more at the start, but now it's getting more difficult. Did I hear Joss is Scott? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I heard Ja. Gunnar Hawkins, yo, welcome in. Yo. New classes is gonna be in a spirit form. I'm guessing like an ancestor or summoner. Yeah, Bulbasaur, are you talking about D4 there? I missed the I missed some of the context. Doing my best to keep up in the comments, but you know me, fellas. I'm only so good at reading, right? Do more people play Project Diablo 2? No, probably not. I don't really know for sure, but I don't think so. Last Wish Ogre Mall. Oh, I should. Strap Radio. Yeah, the main two sites that people use are either d2jsp.org or Tradery. D2JSP works with their forum gold that technically people can buy with money, and I know people actually do, so some people are really wholeheartedly against it. I've used D2JSP, but I'd never put any money on it. Like, that's ridiculous, in my opinion. To each their own if people want to do that, but I think it's not smart to do. And then Tradery, you just find people like, I'll give you this Istrune for your Shaco or something, and that's how that one works. It's just like, so, yep, those are the two, Tradery and d2jsp.org. Is this the best druid for running Chaos Sanctuary? Not sure. Upper echelon? Not sure. It's good. So, definitely a good one. I haven't really done, I can't remember offhand, I haven't done Fire Druid in the Cast Sanctuary, really. I've tested it out before, but I can't remember, so I can't answer for sure. Softim says time limited content sucks. I remember starting missions on Warframe for long runs and just having the game on until I decided to play to ensure I didn't miss a good run. Yeah, the number of times I've been like, all right, I have a little bit to play here, and I got on D4, and it's like 17 seconds till Helltide ends, and I'm like, because that means there's going to be like it's going to end now, and then there's going to be a whole nother hour where I can't even get the only thing that I need in order to go do the one thing that I actually want to do. So I'm like, guess I won't play the game. And then if that happens a few times, you're just like, well, I guess I'm done playing this game because it's unplayable to do anything else left in the game here. Yeah, the whole time that, you know, you have to be on this time to do the world boss, you have to be on this time to do Helltide. It's like, all right, well, that just ruined the game for me. That's like the one big glaring thing that needs to be changed still, that I don't know if they're going to, because it's probably beneficial for them, I'm guessing. But all I can do is just keep saying that it's bad and see what they do, huh? Terror zones are good for D2R, you say? Yeah, no, I disagree. I wish they would get rid of those for sure as well. That's another one where you're like, dude, I gotta go, but Andy just became terrorized or something. Or like, well, the only time I can play is between these hours, and that's when the, you know, Andy's never terrorized then, so I can never run the best possible, you know, or like that. Or it's another thing that just, it makes you, they try to get you to play when you don't want to, right? Anything like that, try to FOMO you into doing something you don't want to do, try to manipulate you into doing things you don't want to do so they can make more money in one way or another. No. Which I know in D2R they don't like quote unquote make money, but you know, they always want more playtime metrics, right? Timers on the Helltide isn't game breaking. Well, you literally can't farm Duriel unless you do those Helltides when Helltides are to get the living steel in order to go farm the Grigger guy, in order to go get the shard that you need in order to do Duriel at the end. So you literally have to do it when they tell you you have to do it. Like, and if you can't play at that time, you just have to give up and just stop playing, which is what I did. It's pretty much it ends the game when I could have kept playing and kind of wanted to. So if in that sense, you know, is it game breaking? No, the game's not terrible, I don't think so, but yeah, I literally want to play it more and I cannot. So that's what it is, you know. It happened the last 3 times I logged on, there was less than 10 minutes left on the Helltide, because that's just the time when I could have played, you know. So it's disappointing and it's frustrating and it's annoying. So not game breaking, you're right, but seems like it caters to the full-time YouTubers who are always on. Oh well, yeah, if you're always on, you're fine, right? I'll just wait for the next world boss, or I'll just wait for the world bosses. Aren't required like that, so it's not as big of a deal, but it's required to do the Helltides. And it's like, okay, well, I have like an hour to play, so guess I can't do the one thing I want to do. Unfortunate. If there's ever something that you have to farm that way, like imagine if you could only farm D keys like between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily, like that'd be ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like it's just so Polar, what's going on? Yo comes in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, thank you so much. So Polar, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Remember, watch. Appreciate you. Wicked Ball. Yeah, watch the time. Don't forget to get your kid from school. Thank you. Yeah, I got 25 more minutes. If I get off at 3:30, it gives me plenty of time to go get her and all that good stuff. So yeah. Just play offline and glitch your computer to have infinite tear zone, whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a bit... Anyone do whatever they want on single player, I don't care, you know? That's a bit outside of what I would consider fair game, you know? Like, moat tricking Mephisto is kind of like all fair game, you know? You play the game, you do that, but that's like... When you go ahead and like... And you can do it for funsies, whatever you want, but especially for doing my Holy Grail, that's kind of cheap. Be changing the clock, and I feel like that's cheating. For completing a Holy Grail, that's for sure. You can't claim to have completed a Holy Grail if you've done that. So, that's just me, though. Oh, it's polar bear in Spanish? Ah, gotcha. Okay. Long time watcher on YouTube, then I realized I could do something for my source in D2R. Nice. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. What if I have a bunch of mats and I'm ready to do some Duriel and you have a day to do some Duriel? Asked Fred. Yeah, I mean, I could probably help you out with that, huh? But let's see here. Not ethereal. What are we getting out of here? 5? Oh, it's got 5. And does that go to 250? I think. So it's actually a pretty good roll too, huh? Pretty good roll. Not the most useful item, but an interesting one, right? Interesting one. But yeah, Fred, sometimes if you got the mats, I could help carry you through there. I could get lucky. 255. You know what? That sounds right. I think that's like a goofy item that can roll to some goofy thing. I don't know. I think I got one. Maybe we'll keep it. Whatever. Can't do it on PlayStation anymore. Nice. I think on PC you still can. You just go into your clock and change it. Change the time. Ah, Fred actually knew that. He actually knew that Oso Polar was polar bear. You knew that, huh? Well, I guess that tells you. Remember I said I was trying to learn Spanish at the factory with my headphones in? I didn't get to that lesson, I guess, huh? Didn't get that far. Oh! And Stop Radio comes in with a tier 1 sub. Ooh. Thank you so much for supporting the channel with that tier 1 sub over on Twitch. What a legend. What a legend. Means a lot. Even the Twitch Prime subs, the regular subs over there, means a lot to support the channel, my dude. So thank you guys so much. Couldn't do this without you, literally. Literally. Oh, Marty says the max is actually 270. There we go. Can you make Breath of the Dying on Rune Master? No, you can't make rune words and uniques. Plus, I mean, also Breath of the Dying is 6 instead of 5, but... And 5 is the max on Rune Master, but... That'd be awesome if you could, right? Make a call to arms in your Rune Master? Man. That'd be nasty. El Rune! Yo! El Rune! Ogre Gauntlets, let's go. Oh, we'll probably get this going, huh? Okay, we'll take this guy out. Why not? Do it. I feel your latest video about D4 is very constructive and logical. D4 is getting better. Yeah, I think so. I think it got a little bit better. For sure, with the changes they made. Just a few things I would like, and I mentioned that quite a bit in the video about the timed. That's my biggest gripe with the game, and I don't think it's going to change, but the Hell Tides being on the time, and anything being on timers like that. Because yeah, if you're a parent and you know, you got to take your kid to piano practice, or you got to cut the, you know, I only have a little bit, I have halftime of a football game to do a few runs or something, and that's not, the Hell Tide's not at the right time, so you can't, you know, it's just rough. Real struggle's real, fellas. I guess I could just not watch football, or, you know, but yes, Stop Radio, yeah. Sorry, I thought that was yeah. D2CHASP.org or Tradery are the two, yeah. Tradery is the one that most people, I mean, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people use JSP, but they just don't, like, say they do, to be honest. But that's D2JSB has been around for like 20 years. It looks like a 20-year-old website, so just an FYI. Your thoughts about using items from characters played back in LOD times imported in D2R? I mean, on single player, you can do whatever you want, right? I almost did that. I almost kept going on my Holy Grail from before, but actually, when D2R came out, I restarted my Holy Grail or whatever. I just decided to go ahead and restart it. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with, even if people want to use Hero Editor, if they want to bring over their character files from before. It's all good to me, as long as nobody claims like, oh, look, I found all this stuff, you know, look at my Holy Grail, and you're like, oh, you hero edited it in though, so you're lying. Pretty much as long as you don't lie about it. No problem with anybody doing anything like that. New player starting D2R, what would I recommend? It's pretty tough because, like, you know, it's been so long since I was a new player. I would usually recommend a sorceress, but a lot of other people always recommend like summon necros and stuff. And summon necro is very good. You got your summons to help you out. I just feel like having teleport is so awesome. And being a caster, like distance caster, I generally would recommend a sorceress just because finding gear later is just so much easier with a sorceress than any other character. Just having teleport permanently, you know. I could tell you this: don't do Druid. Don't start with a barbarian. It's probably the hardest one, and by probably I mean it is. So, probably sorceress or like a summon necro, or I mean, early on, even fire druids are super powerful early on, but Hammerden's always like a go-to for a lot of people too. So. I guess those are my kind of, I don't necessarily know which one to say for sure, but those are kind of my best options, I guess. Like a Blizzard Sorceress, a Hammerden, which is a Hammer's Paladin. Something like that. No, offline you can't go online if you're offline, nope. Opinions from anyone on going back and forth on this Ashudas or Hotos for a Fire Sorceress? I never really use Ashudas for anything personally. I just always feel like the other options are... Because I'm a magic finder, I go with Heart of the... or Oculus on a Sorceress so often. It's hard to get away from that 80 magic find in my opinion, but... And then I would rather do Heart of the Oak over Ashudas because all that res. Bunch of res, right? But... Love the Javazon, but there's downsides for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and when I say start with, I don't mean like level 1 you playing that character, right? Yeah, like somebody mentioned, Warbelt. Somebody mentioned, yeah, you start off with a Fire Aura Paladin and use like Zeal until you get height to like 18 or whatever it is to use hammers. So I don't literally mean day 1. Like you can't start with a Blizzard Sorceress out in the Bloodmoor of you know, like. So hopefully that's not. Sometimes I forget that people that's not like common knowledge, I guess, for a new player. So yeah, I do appreciate some people shouting that out, so I don't forget to say that. How would you play a self-sufficient barb for nothing, from nothing to best of select gear? You pretty much always start off with a singer, like a dual spirit singer. Early on, it's super slow, but that seems to be the best until you can get at minimum an oath, I guess. But yeah, barb is just super hard there, Jay. So straight from level 1, would you still say a sorceress? I mean, you can do any of them. Like all the characters can be super powerful, like early on. So yeah, like early on, straight from the beginning, if you went sorceress, you go like firebolt, fireball, until you level up high enough. pretty much you can do all the characters. You rock a fire build until you get to like Act 4 of Nightmare, and then you respec into what you really want to do. And you can respec before that too, for sure. But that's like the latest. When you get to Act 4 of Nightmare, there's too many fire immunes in the cast sanctuary here to really go any further. Or not even fire immunes, but they're too high of fire res to get going any further than that. So you can respec before that or that at the latest. Yeah, maybe we'll take some out on the way here. Why not? Frankie, let's go. Frankie Fresh, what's going on over on Twitch? Finished my Holy Grail last night. Just had to Google an item pack. Oh, I didn't catch. I was like, well, that's impressive. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think there's even anything wrong with that on single player. Yeah, as long as people don't lie about it. Yeah. Moleblah, my main character back in the day had the same name as main one now. He just transferred all items like Enigma over in a few runes. Nice. Yeah, I totally get it too. Yeah, you know, the amount of time it takes to farm up all that stuff, I can totally see not wanting to do that again for the average person, for sure. For sure. Could take you months to find that stuff, right? Or more. Literally more. Javazan in budget gear is horrendous. I mean budget Javazan actually like kind of wrecks. I get what you're saying. A lot of people, because a lot of people kill too many monsters, I think, especially on playthroughs. Like, people struggle, like, how do you get past the lightning immunes here or there? And it's like, you just run, right? So that's what I will struggle with the immunes, but you just choose not to fight them, right? I think a lot of times people like, oh, look at these monsters. How am I gonna kill them to keep going? And it's like, you just go run. Like, you don't have to kill anything. There's certain individual monsters you have to kill in the game. Anything besides that, you skip it if you can't kill it, right? One day I'm gonna get some freaking Java gloves, bro. I'm not resorting to crafting. Not doing it. Casey just got a cham on single player. What should I do with it? On a Nova Sorceress. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I always find stuff like that and then I never use it, so maybe, I don't know, because Sorceress doesn't really need Cannot Be Frozen that much, right? So I don't know, save it for your next character pretty much. Like, one of the chams I found, I put in an Ariats, like a chammed Ariats, you know? So yeah, for Sorceress, I don't think there's any good rune words really to put it in or anything, so run Telestaff out. There you go. There you go, Marty. Exactly. Telestaff. Forgot about that one. Make a pride, says Sunil. Yeah, I've never made one of those before. Maybe I'll make one of those coming up, huh? Does pride gives you might? Does pride give you might if you off that rune word? Is that why people make it for their mercenaries sometimes? I can't really remember for sure. Tried shopping for Java gloves, big waste of time. Yeah, what was it? Someone, I think Cody B, unofficial Cody B, said it took him 6 hours to get some. He started ladder shopping gloves like that, and he found a bunch of them, and he traded some of them for high runes, but to actually get the Java ones, it took him 6 hours, I think, or was it 12 hours? I can't remember for sure. Cham Shakos' Bane. Yeah, that crossed my mind, but yeah, Sorceress doesn't really care about, because being frozen doesn't really affect your cast rate, it just affects your attack, so. Right, so. Shale Rune. And we got 320, huh? 320. Oh, concentration aura says maximum. Yeah, okay. If you play pre-expansion Stap Radio, pre-expansion doesn't have Act 5. The only reason to play pre-expansion is like if you're going for the nostalgic factor, and no, if you're pre-expansion, you can transfer it over to expansion anytime you want to on D2R, but you should play the expansion unless you want to go back and nostalgically play the pre-expansion version, or the speedrunners do pre-expansion because you don't have the ancients and you can skip forward faster in the game. So I would say you probably don't want to play pre-expansion. There's not going to be rune words and stuff and all these good things. Like there's going to be all kinds of stuff that you won't have access to. So time for the G-Stack song. Yeah, I don't know. I got to get another link to that. Forgot about that, but yeah, I am gonna have to hop off here. So let me see. Let me look real quick. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and hop off here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Twitch. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, and thank you for the super chats today, channel memberships. There were several, Twitch primes, Op Radio, also Polar, so Polar Bear, Youper Trooper, who all got here? Matteo, Gold Magic Find, Gore Spiller, man, a lot of support today. Appreciate it, guys. User Appley, a bunch of other Audio Engraver, Benzam, Fred coming in with 15 months. Ooh. So appreciate you all for supporting the channel. Really, honestly, make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos on my channel. Eternally grateful for you guys. Honestly, truly am. So without further ado, gotta take off, go get the kid out from work. Peace out, fellas. You keep slaying. Woo!